Poop. Poop tube. What's poppin'? K Rodney Konichiwan Mina Slimes. Kuroski Kun. We back. You know what time it is? We doing another video. What time is it? Yo, actually, a little bit 9:51. Mimi my mirror. Mimi my mirror on our wallpaper. Mimi my mirror. Mimi my mirror. Anyways, some cool, fun, exciting stuff's going on. We got you guys a stupid fucking replay of Fake Legends. Yay! Victory! This is the first game that we played in so many months. It's been months since we played this shit. Which, I say that and watch I go to the match history. And it was like 2 weeks ago or something. Maybe I played it like once or twice or some shit, but I mean, compared to how I used to play it, I literally would play that shit all day, right? So, it's been months, right? I would play that shit like 8 hours a fucking day, 12 hours a day, right? So, it has been months, literally. Which some people might say, no, you lied! No, bitch, it's literally been months. I haven't played that game, right? We've been playing other shit. Been playing Smeek's Brews, Millions. We've been playing Smeek's Brews Ball, Poop Crap, despicable fucking behavior on that fucking game. No, but look, here's a really good example of how stupid people are, right? Unfortunately, that's what we gotta say, or that's what's happening, or going on. Anyways, some good news. We got some new videos, actually, on our channel, on YouTube. Here, let's see. Let's pop open our YouTube real quick. I like the thumbnail. Good job to... Here's our YouTube channel. Yeah, look at this. Not the craziest, but we got Big Mr. Loogie hitting that jump, the Superman flex, right? Looking super cool. Yeah, so, real cool, fun new video. And then, look, 8 days ago before that, it's been months, again, since we uploaded on YouTube, so a little bit of fun, exciting news, right? We got some new heat for you guys. Something fun to munch on, or play with, you know, for your eyeballs or your viewing pleasures. Or maybe some people listens to the videos, right? Sometimes they use their ears. Anyways, let's check out this stupid League of Legends bullshit, right? Because in reality, it's a bad game. League of Legends is a bad place. League of Legends is not a good thing. So, here we go. Let's check this shit out. What do we got going on? So let's check out the teams here real quick. Or maybe let's let everyone buy first. So first of all, this is quick play. So if anyone's like, what the fuck, you're cheating? That shit is fake. How did they got those items like that at the beginning of the game? The game just started. No, this is quick play. So when you don't play ranked mode, what happens in quick play is a little bit of accelerated start. Everyone starts at level 3, like Heroes of the Storm, basically. So you get 3 skills that you start with automatically, so you get to push more buttons or do more things, which in reality, there's barely any button pressing happening in this fucking game compared to a game like Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom or Super Smeek's Brews, right? Super Smeek's Brews, Super Smash Brothers. You got so many buttons you could be spamming all fucking day, right? You could be so active, just raping the shit out of the controller all day. Did you guys see that? Yeah, you guys could see that, right? And so you can push so many buttons on those games, but yeah, we're on quick play, so we start with 3 skills instead of just 1 skill. So everything's a little bit more quick, right? Which I know I say that, and that conversation gets real funny real quick, but no, it's just a little bit of extra resources, so we get some better or more items more quickly, and we start at level 3 instead of level 1, right?
Welcome to Summoner's
So a lot of new or more different strategies are opened up or are available with this type of game style, right, in quick play compared to ranked matches when you start at level 3. A little bit more exciting, right, especially if you've been playing the game for so long. So anyways, I mean, some people, they suck in fat ball sacks and they're mad autistic and they only care about ranked mode. You're special, bro. You don't know shit about anything. You're actually autistic, and handicap is your problem. Is you're stuck at the fucking casino and you're a little drug addicted bitch. Unfortunately, you're homeless. You're homeless, or you a fucking Nazi or a pedophile, basically. You're brainwashed, dude. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, but that's factual information, okay? So, yeah, we're gonna see, again, decision making is the most important thing in a lot of video games. And I say that, and some people will want to talk about games like Street Fighter. I told you guys already how I feel about that shit. Crapcom, especially Street Fighter X Tekken has way cooler combos, or more fun combos. I mean, it's technically the same shit as Street Fighter, but at least it has more fun combos, in my opinion, which Street Fighter 6, people want to talk about, oh, well, Street Fighter 6 has cooler combos now. Yeah, and go buy the new game, bitch. Go buy a new game then, right? Because Street Fighter X Tekken is old as fuck, and I bet you it's way cheaper than Street Fighter 6, right? And then Street Fighter X Tekken, pretty sure has way more fucking characters in it. And it has Tekken in it as well. Not only just Street Fighter, it also has Tekken in there, right? So, yeah, and then Marvel vs. Capcom exists, right? So, Street Fighter really not the hottest shit. Those fighting games, just like we were saying when we're playing Super Smash Brothers, right? When we're playing Super Smash Brothers, sometimes you're just praying that your move works. Because sometimes you'll run into the other person. We were watching, or we're playing this game, right? This is perfect timing, jeez, bro. And sometimes the computer, right? Because I'm just playing against the computer. The computer would get me. And then I'm like, oh, we both did the same thing right there, right? We both did the same thing. So good. You're just praying to Jesus that your move works. Sometimes in these games. So, in fighting games, decision making is a little bit funny. It's a little bit of risk management, and there is ways to be more successful or to maximizes your chances at success. But again, we're looking at decision making. We're talking about League of Legends right now, right? Again, I'm not too serious about Super Smeeks Bruce, right? So we're looking at League of Legends. We're going to look at decision making here, right? And what is our decision here? Sometimes you can't believe everything you see on the fucking TV. And good luck sucking on a pedophile's cock, right? Because in reality, sometimes that's the only shit you will ever have is pedophiles. If that's how you guys want to do business or behave, right? You'll only have broke-ass ghetto shit, basically. And Pokemon cards. How's Pokemon cards? Can you guys find any Pokemon cards? You can't even find Pokemon cards. Good luck, bitch. Right? And if you want to say you got the Pokemon card plug, it's not the best game. Unfortunately, I mean, I got mad respect for Pokemon and Nintendo, right? I got mad respect for them, but in reality, if that's what the game you want to play, okay, bitch, you can't really talk to me like that, because you're not very smart. Okay, so anyways, decision making, right, is a very important thing when it comes. This is straight up real talk, bro. This is very respectful, right? I always tell you guys, be nice and have fun, right? I'm not the type of dude who hates my family, right? Even if my family be acting silly or erratic, whatever, I've seen the world, right? I have seen the real world. I have seen kids at school. I have seen homeless people. I have seen successful people. I have seen rich people. I have seen poor people. I have seen humans, animals, all of the galaxy. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I know all this shit. Box on the Grid. Pot of Greed. Right? My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. So, in reality, right, this is factual information. This is real talk. Right? You be nice and have fun. And also, you gotta be accountable and stop being a stupid loser or a douchebag, right? So, anyways, decision making. What the fuck is this guy doing? This guy over here, right? So, first of all, right, what actually happened, what I started to do, right, is Rammus is really good at doing AoE damage. He takes like 0 fucking damage, okay? If he does the Raptor Camp with defensive curl, right? If he does the Raptor Camp with the defensive curl, he will instantly fucking wipe out the Raptors over here, right? The Wraiths, he's famous for this, right? He has good AoE defensive setup at the Raptors, so I don't want to deal with that. I mean, I could probably fuck him up over there, but the problem is that if the other team helps Rammus and my team doesn't, because again, this is quick play. I'm not playing with a pre-made party or setup. These are random fucking people. This is the real online experience that you and your family can also enjoy or get a disease from and experience a fucking gambling addiction nightmare. Because this shit is a pedophile casino, okay? So in reality, Rammus is fucking famous for doing the Raptor Camp, okay? So in reality, I start going to his blue buff. Especially because we're playing Teemo, and Teemo, the jungle god, he's actually a jungle god, right? He's a decent top laner, but he's actually a jungle god because he controls the jungle so well. And his blinding dart, I mean, if you think about it, or if you look at the character, he's literally a jungle mouse. If you pay attention to this game, Teemo's a jungle mouse. He's like Pikachu, right? He's hanging out with all the bugs. Max bugs, right? And so, if you guys know about Pokemon, that's where the first Pikachu you can find is with all the bugs in the forest, right? Teemo is literally plagiarized Pikachu. So anyways, me too. It's me too, Sam Chu. Just like I fucking told you, everything is connected through God and Jesus and the fucking Matrix, right? Magic is real. How the fuck do you think the computer or internet works? It doesn't make sense. Electricity's not real, bitch. Okay? Legalize birds. Make birds real again, right? So, in reality, I started going to this guy's blue buff, but I came down here because I saw my team was going crazy style, and we gangbanging Rammus now. This was a little bit stupid, but in reality, we're playing Teemo, right? We're playing Teemo, this guy, right? The little mouse. And we grouped up with our team, and we made plays or things happen, and we get rewarded. We score a point, right? We slam dunking on these dudes' vagina. I used the Ignite just in case for some magical reason Rammus fucking got away right there. Because in reality, these bitches coulda caught us and stopped us. So, I used the Ignite to make sure that we could get them. And again, Ignite, very good choice on Teemo. Exhaust, decent, but Ignite, does damage, right? Exhaust only reduces the enemy's damage done to our character or our team, which is very helpful in a lot of situations, and in reality, one of the best late game summoner spells, right? Because it reduces damage and move speed, so if another character gets out of control, you can basically cut them in half, right? For a short time or duration when you have exhaust, right? But Ignite in reality always does damage and reduces healing. So in reality, Ignite and exhaust are the GOAT, right? Which that's a weird thing to say or think about, but that's the truth. So we used the Ignite and we got the point. So we're up 1-0, and look at this, we're with our team. Where's this bitch? Where's her team at? She's not helping, right? She's not helping her team. And again, I know that sounds a little messed up, but in reality, do you guys see what this shit is? This is a team game, right? So, I mean, if you guys want to say that about real life, dude, no one likes to be at McDonald's working there in reality, basically. Basically, nobody likes to work at McDonald's, right? Nobody, again, we were just having this conversation about the restaurant robots, or if you work at McDonald's, does your life suck? Is that a factual statement or a logical idea that if you work at McDonald's, does your life suck? And a lot of people would say yes. I almost bet you, right? So anyways, or I almost guarantee that, right? So anyways, I mean, your life can be decent or nice if you have a job at McDonald's, but in reality, people doesn't like that shit. Most kids doesn't like that type of shit, right? So anyways, or most people, right? So anyways, it's just kind of stupid. It's kind of stupid, honestly. Like, I could make a sandwich at home, or a burger. I know how to make a burger. Fuck off. I know how to put a soda pop in a cup, bitch. Or I could walk to the fucking gas station or the grocery store, or even better, I know how to share a car, right? I know how to drive a school bus. So if you want to talk some stupid bullshit about moving soda pops around, I know how fucking school bus works, bitch. So if you want to fill up a fucking school bus, or even better, the fucking sewage system with fucking soda pops, you better fuck off, okay? So anyways, again, decision making, we're with our team here, right? And look at this, 2 versus 1. 2 versus 1, we're raping the shit out of this bitch. We're clapping them, we're spanking them booty cheeks. This bitch getting pregnant right now. She's getting pregnant. Bro, how do we turn off this camera shit? Directed camera, manual camera. Oh my god, hold on, my bad. The fucking stupid camera decided to change what we're looking at, because League of Legends is kind of a piece of shit. There's so many things about this game that I'm pretty sure they purposely just made it annoying, or they think they're fucking geniuses. I don't know. Again, just goes to show you how dumb some people can be. Unfortunately, that's a word that I'm saying, and some people might say that's mean or rude, and that they're trying to put on a presentation or a show. When in reality, the only presentation they got is a pedophile casino. That's what reality is, okay? Unfortunately, if you see the reality of this game and the internet, this shit of League of Legends is basically a pedophile casino. It's a bunch of idiots and autistic people, right? It's the KKK and Nazis, basically. They can't see. They not see, right? That's a deeper historical fucking Illuminati bullshit than some people understands, right? So anyways, now we rotate again to the blue buff, because this was our original plan, right? Remember, like we told you at the beginning of the game, we're using Teemo, or we're playing Teemo, right? We say using because in reality, characters in games are sometimes like tools, and I'm not talking about real life. Okay, I'm talking about a video game. And Teemo, his tool set, Blinding Dart, works on most effectively versus one target, right? Or it literally only works on one target, Blinding Dart does. So it makes all of the Golem's attacks miss when it tries to hit us, right? And then there's also a frog on the blue side, right? Just like over here, mirrored on the opposite side of the map. On our side of the map, it's the same shit over here, but we're on the enemy side, because we wanna make it tricky for them, because most of the time on the internet, you just see people go to their own jungle, and they never leave their own jungle, basically, until they're done, right? So, we're playing the mind games here, right? We're tricking our opponent into thinking that they're gonna go to their side of the map and then they're gonna come over here, when in reality we already took their shit. So again, Ram is famous for doing the Raptors very easily, right? He is famous for that. He's so good at doing the Raptors, so we took a little bit of damage after we were battling Gwen here, so again, we're taking a little bit of a risk, right? But in reality, it's not that dangerous because Rammus has no damage. He has a Sunfire cape, and he's more of a tank. And even funnier, he has Aftershock. Teemo has a blind, and only one of Rammus's moves does damage, basically. So, in reality, it's not that huge of a risk, right? Rammus is not an assassin. It's not Kha'Zix, right? We're not dealing with the jungle god Kha'Zix, right? Or jungle assassin, right? Rammus is a turtle. So, yep, we're using our character effectively, and we go to the blue buff. Again, this is a masterclass in fucking gaming, right? If you wanna own, you wanna poo some noobs, right? This is how we do it. These dudes is they're going down like the Titanic, right? They say Warlock is OP, they say Rammus is OP. Go to his blue buff. They say Rammus is OP. They say Warlock is OP. Go to his blue buff, right? Get his pet. Witness of the Hex. And now we help Jax, because in reality, just like we were talking about, Teemo is usually, in most matchups against most popular top laners, Teemo will counter most popular top laners, right? Especially a character like Jax. Jax is mostly focused on auto attacks, right? So Teemo's Blinding Dart, again, nullifies all auto attacks. So we come up here, especially because Jax actually, if you guys didn't see it, Jax already used his teleport. So their Teemo actually already raped the shit out of our Jax, and now he's getting him a second time in a row. You guys see this shit? Teemo is about to take down our Jax, which he didn't fully knock him out, right? But he forced him to use his teleport just to come back to the lane, right? And so we come up here to help Jax out because we saw he used his teleport, and we actually score a takedown because we have a little bit of move speed, extra move speed compared to their Teemo. What does Teemo have on their team? Oh, yeah, see? We got an Aether Wisp, and we have Celerity. So we have all kinds of extra move speed. We have way more move speed. That's also very important, is your build and your mastery page, your rune page. Rune pages used to cost money in League of Legends. They used to cost money. I've been playing this shit for more than 12 years now, right? I've been playing this shit since 2012 or some shit like that, right? So, 2012, I've been playing this fucking game since it's 2026 now, right? So, here, hold on, we were talking a bunch of bullshit, right? So, anyways, we got boots. After we knocked out their Teemo, we went back to our base, we went shopping. When you go back to your base in League of Legends, you can go shopping. And so, what did we get? We got, boots, because again, like we were talking about, our build. Right? It is very important to use your build effectively or to play your mastery page correctly. And so we have Celerity. We're going to stack our Celerity and get even more move speed. Just like you saw, it helped us slam dunk or score that point, that takedown on their Teemo. So we got an Aether Wisp. You see it says 4% move speed on Aether Wisp. And a really easy way to use the shop, if you guys don't know how to use the shop in League of Legends, Which, funny enough, the replay viewer doesn't let you open the shop. I'm clicking on the shop right now. It's not doing anything. When you go to the shop, you can sort the shop on the left side. It has all kinds of different pictures, and then it'll have words once you hover over the pictures. Or you can type in on the search bar what you're looking for, right? And so you can just click the move speed icon if you're doing a move speed build, which in reality, that's not really that good of an idea, but depending on what you're doing, it can be effective, right? If you play it correctly, right? So, we get Sorcerer Shoes, right? The best move speed item we could get, basically. So it gives us magic penetration, so we shred their magic armor now, because Teemo does magic damage. A little bit of a hybrid damage character, but in reality, mainly magic damage most of the time. And again, we have the Aether Wisp, right? So we're playing our build here. We got also a pink ward, so we check our red buff there. And we put a pink ward down here, which will last us the entire game. A well-placed pink ward can actually give you so much information the entire game. Unfortunately, our placement here was a little bit off. We can't see the red buff or this side of the bushes, which in reality, some people might say that's pro gaming. In my opinion, that's too picky, but I will admit we placed it incorrectly. Okay? So I don't pretend that I'm fucking super mega Jesus bullshit, right? Usually I place the ward really well, but this is a really good example of how precise sometimes they want you to be, or they want things, right? So, there you go. We placed the pink ward, and anyways, the idea is, again, that this will show us, if they come over to our red buff in this area, we will see it, right? So we will know their jungler is over there, if somebody is over there, because actually Teemo is a really good, even if you're not playing jungle, you can actually go to the enemy's jungle and steal their buffs, right? Or their frog, even. Because Teemo, again, the blinding dart is so effective, and then you can rape the shit out of their jungler if you're doing well, or if you catch them off guard, right? You can usually rape their jungler if you're playing, if you catch them off guard, really. Because if they spam all their skills, they have nothing to fight back with, right? And if they get you, it's probably because they're cheating, right? Because I remember, like, logically, in the old days, I'd be like, I'm gonna go to their jungle and I'm gonna get their jungler, right? And then you try it and then it doesn't work. It's because they're cheating, right? So it's just very annoying, right? It's just like how people hit their brother and their sister, right? Or how parents are pedophiles, or they'll beat up their kids sometimes, right? Or people beat up their girlfriend, right? Because some people has no fucking life and they think there's no consequences to things in life, right? And sometimes some people are too nice, unfortunately, right? Some people will let their girlfriend or their boyfriend beat them up, right? And they're like, oh, but I love them, right? Or their husband or wife, right? They'll let them beat them up because they're like, oh, but our family or our love or whatever, right? Which in reality, I don't suggest that kind of relationship or behavior, but that's what real life fucking is, okay? There's stupid fucking losers in the world, and so in reality, there's cheaters in video games, right? This is a video game, which some people use this to make money, but sometimes people use this shit just to have fun, or to do something, right? If you guys can imagine, people break the law all the time, and this is not an exaggeration, okay? People love to steal, and a really good example, I think, is if you guys have ever been in a car, or if you drive a car regularly, especially on the freeway, right? Which, I don't know what you guys call it, but there's all kinds of different terms. But on the freeway, sometimes people will be going 80 miles an hour. They'll be speeding, right? Like in a zone or an area where you're supposed to go 50 or or 60 miles an hour, some people will be going 80 miles an hour, and it's very obvious that they're driving above the speed limit, which is against the law, right? And what do they gain from that? Sometimes they just get somewhere more quickly. Is it fun to drive that fast? Not really, unless you're like a speed racer, like if you're a race car driver, right? But what do you actually get when you break the law and you drive that quickly over the speed limit, right? There's all kinds of stupid fucking people in the world, right? Kids always talk about this shit. They say they hate their family, they hate their school, they hate their life, they hate society, they hate their job, and sometimes it's because they're stupid fucking people, and that is just the truth. And so in reality, when I tell you that it is very easy to catch the jungler off guard, it is because it is the truth, right? And again, Teemo is very good at going in the jungle, right? So, yeah, imagine if someone is driving a car and breaking the law and they get nothing out of it. Imagine what people will do to try to win at a game, to try to make some money, to try to be successful in life, right? Imagine what kind of laws people will break, or what kind of things people will do to get something from it, right? Because again, going fast in a car is not very rewarding, right? Unless you're a race car driver. There's basically no fucking reason, and again, I told you guys, I've had all kinds of jobs. I used to drive a school bus, right? I used to drive a school bus. I used to drive cars professionally for Ford, right? A motor vehicle company. I've driven all kinds of cool, fun cars with Ford, right? I drove cars with them, and I got to drive all kinds of fun cars. Not anything really super mega crazy, not like a race car driver, right? But I've also gotten to do that as well, and I've never gone over the speed limit. There's no reason to, right? You get nothing out of going extra fast in a car, right? You get nothing out of it. So imagine what some people will do, right, for some money, or to say that they are better than you in real life. So people hurt their family and they get nothing. What do they get when they hurt their family? If you hit a woman, what do you get? What is your reward? I think some people knows you go to fucking jail. You get stabbed, actually. Unfortunately, some people, if they figure out that you hit a woman, or if you hit your brother, you hit your sister, you're going to fucking jail, okay? So when I tell you that they're fucking cheating, you shut the fuck up, bitch, and you listen, okay? It is very fucking simple. And see, look, right here, I thought Rammus could see me, but cool thing about Teemo is he can go invisible, right? Teemo can go invisible if he stands still, or if he goes in the bushes and you hang out in the bushes, right? And so, what were we doing before this, right? Oh, we put our ward down here, we put our pink ward down, right? And now we're making decisions here. Oh, funny enough, we just walked next to Rammus, right? So, again, like we've explained before, if you guys have seen our other videos, which I have a bunch of videos with very good factual information, or very good ideas, or logical reasoning behind the videos, right? Is that when you're a jungler, the most logical thing to do once you do a camp, or once you finish a camp, or sometimes you don't even do a camp, is to go to the middle of the map. Unfortunately, it's kind of a sexual joke, but I'm not talking about that. That's just how this stupid game works. Okay? Again, I'm not trying to be sexual, and some people might sex is healthy and whatever, right? But that's not what I'm trying to talk about right now. I'm literally talking about once you get going in this game, look what happens. See, there's 4 people in the middle of the map now, right? Because in reality, it is the shortest path. Because look, if you go from here to here, and then you have to go down again all the way here. You see how fucking far that is? You see how far this is? Look at this. You have to go, because the minions help, right? These little guys are your shield, basically. These little guys. There's a cannon minion, there's caster magician minions, and then there's melee soldier minions, right? There's the tank guy, there's the sorcerers, these little tiny guys, right? And they have to walk across the map, and they will shield you from these towers, these turrets. Look, it's gonna blast. See, oh, it was about to. Hold on, let me see. Look right here. See, it's blasting the minions. And this bitch is running away. She's running away because if she starts fighting over here, our turret will fucking rape the shit out of her, right? Our turret will start rape. Oh, look at her. She's busting it down. She hitting that flip. What the fuck? She got them booty cheeks popping, right? So anyways, right? It is, because look, from here to here, it's just a straight line. Straight line. If you know how a box works, right? This is the fastest way to travel in a box, right? Is this way. Straight down the middle, right? It's just math, right? It's just math. That's how it is. Because if you have to go from here to here, and then down here again, I'm pretty sure that takes more time. And that's how everybody says it. At least that's one thing that the community... I hate that word because there's the cum. Sipping on cum water. Which I have no problem making that joke. Society, right? Society, at least they got that idea correct. Is that going down the center of the map is the fastest way to get through shit, right? And so anyways, right, we set our ward down, and instead of jacking off by ourselves in the jungle, look at the position we've got ourselves into, right? Because again, we're trying to help our team, right? And so we group up to help our team, and Rammus has no fucking idea where I'm at, which in reality, he's making a pretty good decision here, just skipping, trying to fight me in the bushes, because in reality, if he fights me, nothing's gonna happen. We're just probably gonna go even, right? But in reality, if he helps his teammate over here, it'll be 2 versus 1. I'm not over here. Where am I? Where the fuck am I? Where is my character? He doesn't know, because my guy's invisible. In reality, he has no idea where my character is. So Rammus making a good decision now, after that little blunder, or I don't know, a little bit of silliness at the beginning of the match. But now, or maybe in reality our team just capitalized and got a little bit lucky. Regardless, Rammus making the better decision to help his teammate here instead of trying to fucking find me in the bushes, or if I'm even in the bushes, right? And so he goes to help his teammate, and I make the decision to just hide, right? I hid right there for a little bit. Because I know if Rammus taunts me, then I will not be able to help with Gwen, right? And fortunately for us, we're in an advantageous situation, or I already know that Akali is beating Gwen because we already got a takedown, if you guys remember, at the beginning of the match on Gwen. We were able to help knock her down low real quick, right? Because we got her 2 versus 1. And so I pop out of the bushes now, because I know Rammus, he just spent all his shit. Look at this. He has 5 seconds on Powerball, 8 seconds, almost 10 seconds on fucking taunt, right? So just like we were saying, it is very easy to catch junglers off guard or with their pants down in the jungle, right? To catch them in a bad situation, right? Imagine if he was in the jungle, if this was not Rammus, and he had low health, and he had no fucking skills. He had to wait 10 seconds for his next skill, right? To do some magic, or to cast the spell for 10 fucking seconds, right? Imagine he has to wait for 10 seconds, and I have all my shit ready. I have all my skills, 0 seconds I gotta wait. 100% fucking damage, all going straight for the enemy jungler. It's very easy to catch them off guard, right? It's just logical. Just think about it. They have to wait 10 seconds. You have to wait 0 seconds because you were waiting. You were camping there, basically. Like Call of Duty, except Call of Duty is way different, right? I mean, it's kind of the same, but it's not, right? Because how skill rotations and shit like that works in this game, right? Because you gotta wait for some skills to come back. See? And so, now I come out because I know Rammus isn't gonna taunt me, and I can go straight for Gwen and help my teammate. And right here, Akali going a little bit pussy mode, but you know what? That's fine. We get Rammus super low, and he's forced to go back. And in reality, that was a decent exchange. We got a takedown on Gwen, right? That was good for us. And then right here, I accidentally click on the screen. Or maybe we're just fucking sway drip on him. We just sway dripping on him. Right, we flexing. Right, we hit the recall, we open up the portal, and then we cancel it. Nah, that's how well we're doing. We're up 4 points to 1 right now. Right, we're 3 out of 4 points right now in the game. Because again, instead of us jacking off in the fucking jungle the entire game, right? In reality, we gave our team some very valuable information. At the beginning of the match, we had the entire river warded, so we would know if Rammus came over here. And then we were at their blue buff, so we knew that he wasn't at the blue buff, right? And now we're grouping up with our team, basically. And look at this shit. That shit was so fake. I don't know what happened there. Akali fucking, their brain broke or something. Or Gwen doing a real good job. Let's see. Let's see this Super Smash Bros. Street Fighter shit. What is this? Barbell versus King Computers? Let's see. What does she do right here that she thinks she won? What? Akali gets the full fucking combo. She missed her ultimate. That is fake. Oh, she got the snip 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 though. Yeah, she got that snip snip. That's funny that I know what that shit is called. And then she barely survived there. Yeah, that shit looked fake as hell. She missed part of her ultimate. That shit looks so fake. What is her mastery page? Oh, you know what? She has first strike. What does Akali have? Electrocute. With a resolve page. She has a green page. What does Gwen have? What does Gwen have? Does she have a green page? Oh, she has Gathering Storm and Absolute Focus. You know what? Gwen might have a little bit more damage in the mastery page right there. In reality, that's kind of suspicious. That looked really bad. I don't know. That's funny though. I know what the move on Gwen is called. I don't even play Gwen. I've played Gwen maybe like 3 times in my entire life. I've played this shit since 2012. I know how the character works and everything, right? And again, most characters has around the same numbers in this game because it's very balanced, right? Or at least if the numbers are different, it's because the skill does some kind of weird shit, right? Like it does damage over time, or if it gives you movement or invincibility or whatever, then it'll do some different shit, right? But in reality, the game is pretty balanced, right? At least it's supposed to be technically balanced, right? But, I mean, sometimes people just cheats and all kinds of stupid shit and whatever, right? So anyways, again, we're grouping up right here. And Akali making a bit of a funny decision here. So let's see what happened. How did we get to the dragon? What the fuck happened? How did we end up at the dragon? So, yeah, we come over to help Akali, right? And then this weird ass shit happens. We try to get Gwen, and she magically just fucking escapes right there. Barely lives. And then right here, we have more minions. We force Rammus to use his ultimate. And even funnier, he doesn't have damage again. Some people might say, Rammus doesn't need damage. No, bitch, you can get attack speed on junglers. You're dumb. You can get attack damage. You need to listen sometimes, right? Okay? It's that simple. He doesn't have damage, okay? Shut up. It's literally, can you fucking read or look at the screen? He has a fucking Sunfire Cape. He has Bami Cinder. He literally does not have damage, right? So he wastes his fucking ultimate. That was a horrendous decision. I mean, it was cool, because it looks cool, right? And kind of unfortunate, because that's what the type of game that League of Legends is, especially at the level that I'm thinking, or that my brain does fucking calculations, right? But in reality, he wasted his fucking ultimate, right? If it was any other game, right, like Super Smash Brothers, Rammus is a fucking gangster, right? And I told you guys this. Kids pretend that League of Legends is Super Smash Brothers, and one of the reasons why I kept saying Riot needs to hurry the fuck up and release 2XKO, and they finally did, right? And if you guys don't know what I'm fucking talking about, what is 2XKO? I'll show you guys. Alright, so Punk the God. So this is one of the best Street Fighter players, or fighting game players in America. He's world champion, right? And that's not an exaggeration. He went to the tournament, and he's literally fucking world champion, okay? And so here's 2XKO, right? Unfortunately, in reality, I think Riot Games is a giant piece of shit, or pile of shit company. They're big fucking dog shit. But you know what? At least their games are free, right? I'll give them credit when it's due, right? The games are free, kind of, right? You need you need internet, and you need like a computer or a phone or some kind of game console to play the fucking games. But at least it's kind of free, right? The games are kind of free. And so here's 2XKO. Right? And so if Rammus was playing fucking 2XKO or Super Smash Brothers, that ultimate, he's a fucking genius. Right? That was the coolest fucking move ever. He did a super combo, whatever. Right? So again, he's pretending to play Super Smash Brothers, basically. Right there, right? That was a Super Smash Brothers type decision. That wasn't League of Legends, bro. He's playing Super Smeets Brews, right? Look, he's playing this shit, right? This game, right? He's pretending to play this fucking game right here, right? He's just spamming his fucking moves and trying to go full hamburger, right? Full superhero mode, right? He's pretending to play that fucking shit right there, right? So anyways, let's get this other fucking game back, right? So we're playing League of Legends now, right? And so here's a crazy thing that happened. I was like, what the fuck do we do here, right? Because I knew that Rammus was probably going bot lane, right? I knew that Rammus was probably going bot lane, and bot lane was losing. You can see right now, Ashe is down 1 point, and Xerath is up 1 point. Which technically, Morgana is up a point, so technically they're kind of tied, but in reality, Ashe needs to have more points, right? Ashe needs to have more points. So, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, because it's very easy to miss with Morgana, right? It's very easy to miss with Morgana and just to rape the shit out of her. So in reality, Ashe doesn't miss, right? Ashe does not miss. Just like we were talking about, kind of, that reminds me of the Smeeks Brews, right? Of the Super Smash Brothers, when they were talking about playing against Link, like top players playing against Link. I think what the situation is when they say that they hate playing against a certain character, kind of like how I think Sentinel's so gay, which in reality there are some fun things about playing against Sentinel, but Sentinel's such a good character. It's like, they were saying, yeah, that Link's annoying, right? Or they hate playing against him, but they like playing as him, right? Is that, especially a good player, is because they hate missing, right? They hate missing. Like, imagine if you're an archer, right? And it was a versus game, and the other player could control the target and move it around or something like that, or mess with you somehow. The professional players, they hate missing, basically, right? And so, Ashe, in this game, is such a good character, and attack damage carries are so overpowered if they get... Which, to be fair, again, the game is very balanced, right? But they're so easy to do well with, that in reality, she doesn't miss, right? She doesn't miss, right? You literally just click on something, and she does not miss, right? Unless you get blinded or stunned or some shit, right? But again, the game is balanced, so she doesn't have a move like Vayne that lets her move out of the way super easy, right? Vayne has a dodge roll, a tumble, where she literally turns into a ball and rolls across the ground, right? So it allows her to dip, dive, duck, and dodge. Dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. The 5 Ds of dodgeball out of the way, right? She got that movement, right? She's like a super quick, like, boxer type deal, right? She got them quick, them nimble feet, right? So she able to maneuver around the battlefield, right? Real easily, or the arena, right? And so Ashe doesn't have a move like that, right? Again, the game is very balanced, right? So Morgana, she has a ball that she can throw out every 10 seconds. It is very fucking easy to miss, right? It's very easy to miss, right? So in reality, in my opinion, our bot lane is losing right now, right? Which, to be fair, both of their bot laners can miss, but in my opinion, Xerath is easier than Morgana. And so is Seraphine. Seraphine and Xerath are very good or decent characters, especially Seraphine, very popular, right? And so anyways, yeah, this was a very weird situation we got into right here. Akali immediately goes for the dragon, and I was like, nah, Rammus is probably going bot lane. I already knew it. In my brain, I was like, our bot lane is losing right now, and Rammus is going there, and so I'm hitting the wiggler here, the Skittle crab, and this bitch just goes fucking Leroy Jenkins. She just going straight fucking superhero mode over here. It starts doing the, and look what I told you. What happened? Rammus raping the fucking shit out of our Ashe again. I already knew that shit was gonna happen. It was very obvious. Rammus disappeared over here and he went down. Where the fuck do they think he's going? He could have gone this way. But in reality, Teemo's raping the shit out of Jax, and Akali's not helping. But Morgana's not helping, and neither is Ashe. She's not helping Jax, right? And Teemo doesn't need fucking Rammus's help to win right now, right? So he fucking disappeared, and in reality, I was telling our team, look, it's 6 minutes, so I'm very proud of our Akali, at least. They came to help us do the objective, or to do something, right? So, very good job on that. And so, she started doing the dragon, and I was like, this kid's probably autistic, or maybe this is a good idea, right? Because a lot of the times, if we go bot lane, in reality, it could be the worst fucking nightmare or disaster in the universe, right? Because, like you guys saw, Ashe got knocked out, right? And so if Ashe runs away or she gets knocked out and doesn't help us, it could very easily just turn into fucking 10 points for their team all of a sudden. So, doing the dragon, kind of a nice middle road. We're very lucky that Gwen just getting a little greedy, going for the tower damage instead of collapsing or trying to maybe waste their time in reality. This is a very safe option or play here, right? This is a very safe play. Kind of a risk, but in reality, if we're talking about objectives or ganks, there's no time wasted here, right? Because in reality, this is accomplishing something. She's doing damage to the turret. If she came down here, maybe she just walked down here for no fucking reason. No one's down here. She doesn't know that right now. But she could have just wasted her time walking across the map and then nothing happens, right? She literally, if you imagine walking into a forest, what do you think is going to happen if you walk into a random forest in real life? Maybe something cool happens, which in reality, real life is beautiful, and nature is beautiful, but I mean, this is a fucking video game, right? And she's trying to do superhero shit, right? And so, in reality, this is a very safe option for her, or a decent decision, right? She stays at the turret. It's not the best decision in my opinion, but it's a safe or okay decision, right? So we're very lucky that Gwen did not collapse on or sandwich our fucking team right here, because this, again, just like we were saying, this could get very messy, but Akali making I guess the correct play here. It was very nice. And even funnier, I make the fucking Jesus smite right here. Yeah, I smite the fucking, the dragon. Perfect smite there. And then, even funnier, Ram is suiciding. And we're very lucky again that his teammates are so fucking greedy that they didn't come to the dragon. Which in reality, they have no vision over here. So, just like I always tell you guys, pay attention, right? And study and stuff. The dragon spawns at 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure. That's how it used to be. Did they change it to 6 minutes? No, it spawns at 5 minutes. Yeah, it spawns at 5 minutes. So you gotta pay attention to the clock in the game. If you push the tab key, especially if you're if you're any player, right? But especially if you're the jungle, keeping track of the buffs is very important. So the blue buff, this guy, right? The red buff, like we were showing you guys earlier, this guy over here, the red buff. And then the dragon and the the void scuttles over here. And the Baron. Those are very important objectives on the map that are on timers. And they will always keep popping up on the same amount of time, depending on when you completed the last one, right? And so, yeah, the other team, which in reality, I do say that they should be keeping track of that, but sometimes you get busy, right? Sometimes you're too busy, which, that's kind of a funny thing to say, you're too busy to do something, but maybe they were too busy winning, in reality. Maybe Xerath and Seraphine was so fucking busy that they were winning the fucking game. Or they were beating Ashe, right? So in reality, again, kind of a crazy thing to juggle, right? Or to keep track of. Oh, look at that. Nice. That was cool. We didn't see that before. Well, technically I have seen shit like that all the time, but I mean, in this match, right? Yeah, so anyways, Leroy Jenkins. That's a legendary video game meme, by the way, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Leroy Jenkins. That's a fucking legend. My mom's sister liked that fucking meme. My aunt, my mom fucking sister knew about that meme when that shit was popular back in the old days. which I don't think she really played video games like that, but she knew about that meme and she thought it was fucking hilarious. That was one of the most popular fucking memes in the old days. My mom's sister, my aunt loved that shit. So anyways, the Leroy Jenkins meme, right? Yeah, we get the dragon here. Let's fast forward. Yeah, and then Rammus trying to make the superhero play. Look at this. Ooh, Jesus, smite. We outsmite Rammus. You get you can see Rammus use his smite too. No way. I guess he smited me because he was trying to click on the dragon and I was like stacked right on top of it. Very good job on our part. Very nice. Yeah, Rammus tried to steal the dragon right there. So, junglers have a spell called Smite. And again, another gigantic fucking reason why I say it is very easy to fucking rape the shit out of the jungler, or one of the easiest ways to win in League of Legends. The jungler has to buy a jungle item. They are forced to spend, especially in ranked, all of their fucking money on a jungle item. Everything. They don't have a real item to do damage or to fight with, right? And then also they are down a summoner spell, so they don't get to use a combo like Exhaust or Ignite or Heal and Barrier, right? They don't get Flash or Ghost. They have to get Smite, right? Smite doesn't work on champions. Again, another very obvious tell or reason why it is so easy, just logically or mathematically, on owning the fucking jungler, or to catch the jungler off guard. They are at a disadvantage in a one-on-one battle, or even worse, two-on-one if you get your teammate to go help you, right? Knowledge! Lamborghini! Right? That's Ty Lopez. That's another meme. He's in the garage with this Lamborghini. He's reading books. He's getting studied up, right? So, anyways. Now, we set up the shroom barrier over here. So, this bitch, she gotta run the other direction. Which, in reality, that is the correct decision. Because we're coming from down here. So, she has to go this way. Which, in... lucky enough, Teemo's up here, right? So... yeah, this reminds me of that Nasus that we had on our team that ran, or I think it was a Nasus, I don't know. They ran into the enemy team instead of away from them. They purposely fucking gave the other team points or ran the wrong fucking direction, right? So since we're coming from the bottom, she's going up, right? She's literally running the opposite direction. That might sound a lot more sillier than what I make it out to be, but in reality, some people might try to go down this way because the turret is over here, right? I'm not joking. Some people will think it is the correct decision to run into their own turret, but she goes this way. In reality, guys, run the opposite fucking direction, okay? Unless you have a very good idea or reason, or you know why it is not a good idea to run the opposite direction. Like if there's traps over here, like if this bitch knew that I put shrooms over here, then okay, maybe run this way, right? Anyways. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that, we got him. We got him, right? 2 versus 1 again. Yeah, that's the problem though, with overextending. And funny enough, some people might say, oh, that's a little suspicious or fishy. Bitch, do you see the score? It's 5-7. Oh, you can't really see the score. Well, it's 5-7, right? Look. Where's the pizza dog? Look, see 5? 5-7. The score's 5-7. So if you guys want to say, oh, they'd let you get that or whatever. No! That bitch is like autistic or something. Unfortunately, I told you guys, I use that word a lot when it comes to this game, right? So I swear, League of Legends kids, they're like brainwashed. They're purposely taught incorrectly how to behave, which I'm not trying to make some kind of political bullshit out of that. It's literally what is happening. This shit is a fucking pedophile casino, okay? So, I don't know, that kid's just fucking retarded. I don't know, maybe they don't watch the videos on the internet, or they don't have any good videos to watch. They haven't seen my videos in reality, right? So, whoever that kid is watching play this game, or whoever that kid's friends are, they don't help them. And so that kid just fucking, I don't know, dude. He's autistic, bro. He doesn't have a nice network, or good friends, right? Because when you finish the dragon, the game will tell you if the other team got the dragon. Even if you have no vision, if you have no vision totems, look, see, our team put a vision totem over here, and then we have this fucking rift scuttle we can see over here, and then both teams, you can see the blue lines and the red lines right here. Those are vision totems, right, from both teams in this one, because there's the blue one and the red one right there, and so you can see that there's vision totems for both teams right here. Even if you can't see the objective, the dragon or the baron, the game will still give everyone a notification. It'll like, and then it'll show the fucking dragon, or it'll say that they got the dragon, right, in the middle of the fucking screen. And then even in the chat it says it, and then it'll show the pictures of everyone who fucking participated on getting the objective, right? And so as soon as that bitch saw that somebody finished the dragon, she should have ran away. She should have ran away, but I don't know, she thinks she's fucking Superman or some shit, or they fell asleep, dude. I don't know. They're eating gummy worms. They're playing with their ding-a-ling, bro. I don't know what the hell is happening, bro. They drunk, they crunked up off of that cum water, right? They sipping on that cum water. They staying hydrated. I don't know what the hell is happening with them right there, but unfortunately, we got them. Whatever it was, I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I got no freaking idea, dude. Timo, I don't really agree with that shroom right there, right? I don't really agree with that shroom. I mean, technically, if I went over there to steal their frog, I would run into it, but funny enough, I literally saw him put it down. And even better, I'm helping my team, right? Again, sometimes it is a very good strategy to try to go in the jungle and just farm the jungle. This kid is playing MapleStory right now. This Rammus, the way that they teach most people to play jungle in this game is to pretend you're playing MapleStory, or like some kind of farming simulator. This kid's playing fucking Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon or some shit, basically. This kid's playing Farmville, right? This kid's playing Farmville. He's not playing League of Legends, bro. You're not playing he's playing fucking Bejeweled, right? This guy's playing fucking Candy Crunch. He's crunching on some candies, Candy Crush, right? He's getting real crunchified. Crunchify him, Captain. They got berries in the crunch, right? That's what's happening right now. This kid is not playing League of Legends. He's playing MapleStory, bro. Which, if you guys don't understand, I've showed you guys MapleStory, and in reality, dude, MapleStory is the fucking GOAT, right? That game has real street creds. Anyways, but a weird situation has happened with MapleStory. But it's still such a legendary and cool game, regardless. But anyways, yeah, that kid is not playing League of Legends, though, right? Look, see, he's just sitting in the fucking jungle, right? So, again, that shroom, not that good, in my opinion, from the other Teemo. I'm not trying to be rude or mean. That's just... It didn't do nothing. It didn't get me right there. Later, it does get me, but I get rewarded for it, and it doesn't really do too much, right? Especially since I'm the jungler, and junglers can heal by doing jungle camps, right? So anyways, again, we come to help our team, and this Gwen on the other team, she thinks she's playing Super Smash Brothers again. Or she thinks she's playing 2x KO. Yeah, see, look, IKO, IXO. They think they're playing fucking Super Smash Brothers or 2XKO. So look, again, this kid's playing Maple Story. This kid playing Maple Story over here. Or they think they're playing Final Fantasy Online, right? That's one of the popular ones that a lot of kids be talking about. Funny enough, one of my best friend's brothers was fucking super addicted to Final Fantasy, right? He loved Halo, and then he got super into... He's a really cool kid. He was fucking hilarious, right? He had his brother had some funny ass friends too, which fun. They're so fuck. We have some fun memories with those kids. Not just playing video games, right? We did all kinds of fun stuff in real life too. But I mean, that kid, yeah, he got into Final Fantasy Online. But he used to love playing Halo, right? That kid used to love Halo. So, anyways. I bet you they still like Halo. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe they like the old Halo, for sure, right? The idea of the old Halo. Anyways, what happened? What's the game? We're playing a game, right? Oh yeah, we're talking about the online games that people be playing now. Oh, look at that. Funny enough, our shroom revealed where their Rammus is, and so I ping him to our team. You can alt-click, you hold the alt button, and then you left-click on something, and if you correctly click on their character on the other team, it'll tell your team that you can see them. Right, and so, yeah, our shroom revealed Rammus right there, and then I clicked on him to tell our team that he was over there, and then he goes to our red buff. So, funny enough, if they were paying attention, they would have seen that Rammus went over there. And so, anyways, yeah, we got their Gwen, right, and now we come down here, and we start setting up shrooms in Rammus' jungle, right? Because, again, Teemo's a jungle god, right? He's Pikachu, he's hanging out with the bugs, he's in the forest, he has mushrooms, he thinks he's Super Mario. Teemo is Mr. Me Too. He thinks he's Sam too. He thinks he's the fucking Dragon Balls. He thinks he's Goku Balls, right? Samsu, I'm pretty sure, is like a special dragon, is it not? Maybe not. I think it is. Samsu is actually the speed racer as well, right? A legendary hero. And so anyways, why are the shrooms good, right? We're just talking, because look, it basically covers this entire area. This is one of the most popular ways to go through the jungle right here. And then we put it on the corners right here. And right here, right up on the edge of the terrain. So if anyone walks across right here, right? So if they come through here, or they try to go around the corner right here, they'll just walk into the shroom and it does a shitload of damage and it slows. And then we do a little bit of damage to their Seraphine. We set up a little bit of a courtesy mushroom for our team. Not the best shroom, in my opinion, in the jungle, right? The jungle shrooms are decent. They're not the best, but they're pretty good, right? But for sure, they give you lots of information, and if they work, it's like the best thing, right? If they're decent, they're pretty good, right? They're pretty good shrooms. And then I come over here, and we see the remains of our red buff. And then we come up here with Jax, make sure Jax doesn't get his booty hole raped. And we pop a shroom. And we take a little bit of damage, which that's actually, you'd see, that's actually a lot of damage. Told you guys the shrooms does damage, but lucky for us, our map modifier, which I'm not using hacks or nothing, depending on what dragon spawns, or what rotation the map is on. There will be different, what are they called? Different, like, different map, what are these? Little boosters, basically, right? A little boost on the map. So this usually is a blast cone, and now it turned into a fucking crazy-ass flower that sends you flying twice as far, right? And the little orbs, the crystal balls that reveal the map, they go even further and give you a speed boost if you run towards an enemy that it revealed. And then you also get these honey fruit as well. So we got the honey fruit modifier in our jungle, right? Sometimes you don't get the honey fruits in your jungle, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, yeah, we come back mid lane because Gwen and Akali think they're playing Street Fighter. They think they're Super Smash Brothers. They think they're playing Tekken, right? And then I back off because I thought they were gonna die, right? But Ashe shows up, so I come back up. Or even better, Rammus could just run away, right? In reality, most Rammus could just run away right there, but that guy is a little funny. Especially, I don't know, he's not paying attention. That's, you know what? That kind of makes sense, because sometimes I won't be paying so much attention and be like, oh, Teemo's doing really well right now, right? But I was really on it this game, right? I knew that Ashe was losing. I knew that Jax teleported. I was paying attention, right? I saw that Gwen magically made that fucking magic comeback and got that takedown, or the bounty on our Akali, right? So yeah, I was sometimes. A character will show up and they'll have all kinds of crazy items and like 10 points, right? And you'll be like, what the fuck? Who let them get 10 points? Fuck this game. I'm not joking, right? Sometimes you're really not paying too much attention. It's very easy for that to happen, right? Or sometimes for a character to show up and be super, super crazy, right? Which, again, when you get points or takedowns in this game, it gives you gold, and gold translates to items. And when you get items, it gives you power boosts, right? And so, yeah, I guess maybe Rammus not paying attention there, or he didn't know that he could run away, or even worse, he didn't know that Ashe was coming, or maybe he thought he could at least get Akali there, because Akali was super low. And so look, we make the greatest fucking of escapes here. So remember I told you guys that wasn't the best shroom? Well, it finally got us, right? From the other team's Teemo. The shroom got us, and he knows where we are now. He knows where we are. It looks like he's gonna try to help Gwen here, take down the Akali, but I'm super low right now, and he could see me on the map because I ran into his shroom. And so I get the frog, and funny enough, it heals me a little bit. But look at this, perfect fucking timing. He triggers my shroom, so again, when I put these shrooms on the corners or the edges of the entrances or of the pathways in the jungle, it's because it is usually the fastest way to walk somewhere, right? So right here, where I put this shroom, it's a very good spot for a shroom. And now I finally trigger his shroom, which that shit lasted forever, right? So it was an okay shroom, I guess, right? But really doesn't matter. I got a little bit lucky here. I got a little lucky. Which, funny enough, again, Rammus has no damage. And if Teemo triggered the shroom, I guess technically if Rammus taunted me, Teemo would have been able to catch up. But lucky for us, they were too close to each other. They weren't mindful of that, or yeah, sometimes the where you stand is very important, and we'll see that in a little bit, right? And so anyways, we set up a shroom here. Yeah, see, look, and they're forced. Rammus tried going around because he thought that. I mean, this is very obvious. This is a very good spot for a shroom. It's right on the corner. It's the fastest way to turn right here, is to go straight through the corner. And so I see the blast cone is up. So I actually use this to get a little bit of a speed boost, and our Jax is a moron. He should have ran away. He's not winning, and even worse, I'm not in a position to battle them right now. I have so much fucking gold stacked up. I had 7,000 gold when I went shopping eventually, right? Which is so many fucking items. It's so many. You could get 3 of the best items in the game with 7,000 gold, right? Or almost 8,000 maybe. I had 7,000 fucking gold when I went shopping this game, right? So, yeah, I mean, Jax is, I don't know, dude. He thinks he's fucking Superman or Batman or some shit. He thinks he's fucking Aquaman. Aquaman? That guy thinks he's Aquaman. He thinks he's Xbox 360, bro. Jax, that guy thinks he's Xbox 360. I don't know what the fuck this moron. Which, even worse, or lucky enough for the other team, even fucking Gwen showed up this time. Even Gwen shows up and they gangbang the shit out of her Jax. Right? So, you dummies might have been making fun of me, probably, at the beginning of the game, because you're like, that was fake, you didn't get the Rammus at the beginning of the game. Look at my fucking Jax, what he's doing right now. He just ran into 2 of them, or even worse, 3 of them, right? Because sometimes grouping up with your team is just the correct play. And that's what I did. Again, we explained it logically. Rammus is so good at doing the Raptors. And Teemo is good at doing the blue buff side. Because the Frog is a single target, and so is the blue buff. There's 2 single target camps for Teemo on the blue side jungle. So in reality, it's just logical thinking, which that's when mind games comes into it. And a little bit of rock, paper, scissors, right? And try to outthink your opponent, or a little bit of a 5-dimensional chess, or 4D chess, right? You gotta be 10 steps ahead, right? And so anyways, this is what happened with their Rammus at the beginning of the game. Now our Jax did the exact same shit, right? So if you guys want to say that shit was fake, well, what about my Jax? That shit was fake too. And so now, look, funny enough, I was running away, and now I'm on the offensive, and I'm just gonna go farming again. Right? Which, funny enough, I was just talking about this, how I'm really not playing, you're really not playing League of Legends if you're in the jungle, but I'm healing up right now, and I'm winning so fucking hard. Which, funny enough, I'm doing so well right now in this game, or match, but the score is only 10 to 14, so again, it's literally 1 to 1, or 1 to 1.4, if you guys know how to do fucking math, right? If you know how to do a fraction, or an equation, 10, okay, now it's 10 to 15, right? But still, that's basically 1 point to 2 points. We're not that far ahead, right? The game is very close, or even right now. And funny enough, this Gwen, I think she gets away here. I think she actually gets away. Yeah, our fucking Akali missed. Our Akali missed. Yeah, she gets away. Oh my god. At least we force her to go back, right? She doesn't have any healing, and so, look, again, very well-placed shroom there from us. Actually, do we get more than 1 shroom to go off right here? Let's see. I don't think so. Yeah, so we put a shroom on the corner. So if this bitch turns around the corner, if she's trying to go up this way, it's the fastest way to go upwards, right? Is turning straight around the corner, and look what happens. Boom, double. Oh, it's not double. At least we got her with it, right? So, We get some huge, some juicy, some nice shroom damage there. And now I actually rotate to the dragon to make sure that no one's trying to sneak a dragon right here. And I set up some shrooms for the dragon. And then I don't run over there. Yeah, because look. I mean, I probably could have helped, but in reality, there's some even bigger targets, in my opinion, over here on this side. And then I thought Morgana was not doing so well. But I checked the scoreboard, and so then I actually went over to help her. And here we actually fake out Rammus. I knew Rammus was over here, and I started pushing mid, right? I started pushing mid, and most people would be like, no, come help me right now! Right now, Rammus is doing the dragon. I know so many kids would be shitting in their pants, be like, no, the dragon! Rammus is at the dragon, come right now! Right? But in reality, we faked him out. I saw him over there, and I knew it. That's the truth. That is the fucking truth. And so we fake pushing mid lane to give Rammus the false sense of security, right? To make him feel safe doing the dragon. He thought, oh shit, Teemo is mid lane. If he's paying attention, I'm gonna do the dragon right now. I'm gonna sneak it. And look, funny enough, Morgana has the black shield. She misses her orb, her ball right there. And now Jax gets raped by fucking Teemo. Our Jax is a fucking special kid. He is very special. Ashe misses the arrow, but we still get the takedown on Rammus because Ashe is a very cool character. She can slow on every attack. And she has a decent build. She has Runaan's Hurricane, which in my opinion, it's an okay build, right? In reality, you should always Phantom Dancer. Always Phantom Dancer. You have to get a Phantom Dancer. The reason why Runaan's Hurricane is okay or acceptable is because it multiplies her attacks, and it helps her push the wave or the lane more easily, and it also gives move speed. Because the thing is, if she can slow with every attack, then being fast is also important, or combos with being able to slow the enemy, right? So if you're fast and they're slow, that's like a super combo. And the reason why I say Phantom Dancer is better than Runaan's Hurricane in most situations is because it gives more move speed, right? It's that simple. It's literally because it gives 12%, I'm pretty sure, instead of 4%. Yeah, that's a crazy difference in numbers. 12% move speed compared to 4%. I'm pretty sure that's how Phantom Dancer works. Runaan's Hurricane is very, very, very good on a lot of ranged attackers, though, right? Runaan's Hurricane, you can even get that shit on Teemo. It sends out little bolts. It looks really cool, right? So we'll see if we get that off. Anyways, we get the dragon right there. What kind of dragon was that? The nuclear dragon. So we get the nuclear zombie apocalypse dragon there. And now we go get our blue buff. Again, I know I say that being in the jungle is not League of Legends, but for sure, at least the big objectives sometimes. Sometimes. The blue buff and the red buff and the dragon and the Baron are the most important. The other ones don't matter as much. You should be helping the team, right? Again, decision making, right? Making decisions is very important. And right here, the other team is doing pretty well, and I haven't spent my gold. So, in reality, me running in 2 versus 1, it is possible for me to be successful in that situation. However, if I come from right here, it is impossible for them to miss right here. Literally, more than 3 of their spells will cover this entire fucking area, right? 3 of their spells, all individually, one spell will cover this entire area, and then another spell will cover this entire area, and then another spell will all cover this entire area. So it's impossible for them to miss right here. So in reality, a character that does skill shots like Zerath and Seraphine, even if they're gigantic, you can battle them, right? And you could duck, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. 5D's a dodgeball them, but in reality, right, the fancy footwork only goes so far when there's no fucking anywhere to go. There's nowhere to go right there, right? Just like we were explaining with the tricks of the trade, right, or our tips for free, right, when the Masters of Gravity Space Flight Protocol, the master class on all these different games, right, on how to be successful, on the pathway to more success on the road to Jesus, right, and heaven and all the good stuff, right, and to your yowies or your gay butt sex or whatever you guys like, right? Skill shot characters, if you can get a character if you can trick them to go somewhere here, it's almost impossible to miss, right? A character like Lux or Ari, Morgana, these two suckers, all the spellcasters that want to cast a spell that's like a line or a circle, it's impossible to miss right here, basically. It's fucking impossible to miss, right? So fancy footwork or fancy schmaneuverment only goes so far when you can't go through right here. So I'd have to come through this way, but in reality, again, there's two of them, and they're actually doing pretty decently, right? So it's not the best idea for me to mess with them, even though I'm fucking 4-0-7, right? I have 11 points. It still really doesn't matter. I would have to be playing a character like Vayne, and then really be feeling myself, right? Or a character like Riven, right? A character with really good maneuvering capabilities. Teemo has decent move speed, but he's nothing like Vayne or Riven, right? And then again, I was like, what the fuck is Rammus doing? This guy's crazy as heck. This guy is actually crazy. He just started soloing the freaking dragon, which in reality, his team shows up. And right here, I commit, and then I back off. You see that? And they miss a lot of their spells. I hit Rammus once, and I move. And then I start going straight for the damage characters. And then I see my health got low magically. What the fuck touched me? Look, nothing touched me, nothing touched me, nothing touched me, nothing touched me. Oh my god. Two Seraphine spells got me. The fucking edge of the Seraphine spells got me. And I went down to half health. Oh my god, bro. That's too much damage. 2 fucking spells? And she doesn't even have full damage. Yeah, she has a mana item. Fix your fucking game, bitch. Fix your fucking game. I'm 2 levels higher than her, and she doesn't even have real damage items. Yeah, she has a fucking mana item. Fuck the fuck off, bitch. What the fuck does she have? Did she Arcane Comet me? She has fucking Airy. Fix your fucking game, pussy. She didn't touch me. Yeah, and so I saw my health bar, and so I was like, okay, that's it. Right? But you guys saw that, right? So decision making. I know how this game works. I've been playing this shit for more than 12 years now, right? Since 2012. Since 2012 I play this shit. And so I combo the shit out of her, and I move immediately, right? I don't think Teemo reaches this far, right? And even funnier, she casted her ultimate, so and even funnier, Zerath popping missiles off. He hitting the fucking Kamehameha right here. He doing Hadouken. He doing Hadoukens, right? And so in reality, I made the correct decision, because they blasting off, they firing off all their spells. And so I back off, and then I blast them. Yeah, and then Seraphine off in the distance, popping off the spells. I try to move back, but that shit lasts too long. Her spell controls it's decent, it's balanced, but it did too much damage. She has no real damage items. She has 2 mana items. Fuck off, bitch. I'm not joking. She has 3 mana items. She has a Tear of the Goddess. Echoes of Helia is not a damage item. Literally, shut up. Shut the fuck up. It's not a damage item. It's not. It gives health, mana, and ability haste, and some little minuscule fucking ability power. And then she has, again, a fucking Luden's Echo, which is really a fucking mana item. It's not a Death Cap. It's not a Shadow Flame, right? It's not a fucking Void Staff. Fuck off, right? Anyways, so I backed off. I dodged all their skills, and now I go for their real damage dealer instead of hitting Rammus. Instead of hitting Rammus, because Rammus has all, again, remember what I told you guys? Rammus doesn't do damage, and he doesn't. His build, he has no damage items. So you gotta pay attention, right? Information is... knowledge is very good or helpful if you want to be successful, right? It can be. Right? Just like a recipe, right? Like if you want to have a fun meal, or if you want to eat a good food, some people says, oh, a phone book. You need a phone book, or you need a network, you need a friend. You need a grandma, you need a slave, you need a chef. Well, what do you think your chef uses, bitch? They use a recipe, right? And I checked out Rammus's recipe, right? I saw Rammus's recipe, and Rammus's recipe, his recipe says he doesn't do no fucking damage. So, I don't need to worry about Rammus. And so I hit Zerath, and then I saw my health bar, and Seraphine barely fucking tickled me, and so I back off. And then Ashe trying to pull some superhero shit, but it's too late. And she's not doing so hot. But Jax shows up, and it's party time, baby. It's party time. And so we get some points there, and some people might say that was pussy mode from me. And technically, kinda, it was a little bit pussy mode. But in reality, it was also very stupid, right? I didn't need to go further than I did right there. And so now I'm telling my team, you can see in the chat, on the left side right here, I'm telling them I don't have smite. So this is a little bit risky, but we commit and we get the dragon. It works out. It works out. So very nice, cool, fun decision or play here from us. And now, look, I had 7,000 gold. I was not fucking joking, bitch. I get a Rabadon's Death Cap, literally the best fucking item in the game for a spellcaster. We get a Void Staff. Again, the best item that we can get. This gives magic penetration 40%. Almost 50% of their armor is now gone. We ripping and shredding. All their armor has disappeared, right? Doesn't matter how much they got, 40% of it is now no longer existent, right? All their magic resistance, they don't reduce our damage anymore because we just ignore it. We have magic penetration. That's what magic penetration does. And then we got Hextech Alternator and Aether Wisp because we're gonna get that electric whatever bullshit. I forgot what it's called. Doesn't really matter because this game's a piece of shit. Or is the society a piece of shit? Whatever. I don't care. I kinda Do I care? In reality, is what's happening is I'm fucking winning and owning and making the correct decisions here, right? That's what we're reviewing, right? Or the gameplay. So right here, we replace the ward, the vision totem. Ward is such a fucked up word. We replace the vision totem, and then we set up the shrooms. And then we see Teemo's over here with Jax. So we help Teemo with Jax. And funny enough, we had the Elder Dragon buff. So we don't even have to get Teemo all the way down to low health. So in reality, doing battles is actually incentivized for us. And even worse, again, Teemo counters Jax, so helping our teammate is very important. And then that was just very stupid. Gwen's such an overpowered character. The Elder Dragon disappeared. Our buff from the Elder Dragon disappeared. Teemo could have nuked the shit out of me there. Or blinded me. Which in reality, I don't know where the rest of their team is. So right here, that might have looked funny. Or if you're paying attention, you could see that I didn't use my blind versus Rammus. Which some people might say it was correct, or it would be correct, to use our blind immediately on Rammus just to do damage and to get another one sooner. However, if Zerath or Seraphine showed up, then I would have used it on them or Gwen, right, instead, because they're the real damage dealers again. Using it on Rammus would just be a waste right there.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed. Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yep, so what happened here? Oh my god, dude, what happened to the YouTube video? You stopped talking. Stop talking. Oh, our team got fucking owned, because they're idiots. A little bit more ASMR for you guys there, right? Stare at the screen, turn your brain off a little bit. Yeah, so we got the Baron. And we push with the Baron buff. Again, just like we were saying, if we saved our Blinding Dart just in case these suckers showed up. And now our team just gets fucking shitted on. Let's see this shit. What happens to our team? Akali, Jax, and Ashe are all super low. And we just gotta hit this inhibitor a couple times. They're so dumb. They're standing on top of each other. That's not good. You see this? They're standing too close to each other right here. Which, I'm not saying that about real life. This is a fucking video game, okay? In real life, you give your family or your friends a hug and all that shit, or kisses, or gay sex, gay butt sex, whatever you guys like to do, right? No homo, I'm not gay, okay? It's just a meme, okay? Anyways, yeah, that fucking moron. Look at this shit. Fucking dumbass, dude. What the hell is that shit? Yeah, and funny enough, that conversation is also hilarious, because some people says, oh, that's rape. Or, ew, what a weirdo. Stop, don't touch me, right? Some people says that, and then some people is so starved for affection or human touch that they will pay money for someone to have sex with them, or to get a massage, and all that shit, which in reality, sex is free. A girlfriend is free, technically, kind of, right? Basically. And massages are also free. Anyways. There's the yin and the yang. Two complete opposite schools of thought right there. Some people pays for sex, some people gets that shit for free, right? Anyways. Yeah, our team's handicapped. Our team's handicapped. And then Jack's just duking it out. He going full superhero mode.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
I take their crystal ball away. I pop their Scryer's orb or bloom. And now we get the enhanced Baron Skittles crab. So it reveals the area. And then I can see Rammus is coming over here, so I hit the boost pad off of the Skittles crab. I set up some magic shrooms, and then this moron thinks he's the most tankiest beast in the world, or that he's doing a good job clearing out the shrooms for his team. Nah, he's at half health off of 1 or 2 shrooms, even though he has like a full tank build, and now he's basically out of the game. He has nothing left. And then, I don't know what happened right there, that was a little suspicious. In reality, he's super low. Yeah. With a dummy. And you know what? Our team doing a good job of grouping up here, right? There's 3 of them all together mid lane. Very nice. Yay! Dude, I'm not joking when I think they just want you guys to look like babies when you play this shit. Or like you're fucking retarded. I'm not joking, like they like the idea of thinking that you guys are mentally retarded, or that they brainwashed you, or that you're just innocent little retards. I feel like that's how they treat you guys, or the situation of the game. Anyways, that was the entire replay. You can see victory. Yeah! Yay! We won. Or I won. We won. Dude, that shit was fucked up. That shit was a disease, bro. I tried to surrender that match multiple times. that was actually kind of annoying for me to endure. League of Legends is not that cool. League of Legends is not that cool, but unfortunately, you fucking idiots keep fucking advertising the game and putting it on Poop TV, making it a pedophile casino. That shit is so fucking annoying, bitch. Actually, and kinda hate that shit. Okay, now let's talk about some funny business shit, right? So, I always hear about this, right? People always be talking about how they have business meetings, and what they'll talk about at the business meeting. Or, I've experienced this in my multiple different jobs even as well, right? When, managers or some higher-ups in the company will come around, right? At work, at your jobs, and they'll talk about, you guys need to go faster, or make more money. Help more people. And I've talked about this before, right? Where some people just jacks off and they think about having more money, right? They're like, oh, if I sold more shit, or if I do more business, I'm gonna have more money. And they're just like jacking off thinking about that shit, right? And so sometimes businesses will have meetings, and I swear, it's the funniest fucking stupidest shit that people do. They'll have a business meeting, and what the business meeting will be, we need to make more money, guys. Oh, really? Is that what you're doing? Make more money, guys! That should be illegal. I'm not fucking joking you, cause when the management or the higher ups in the different jobs tries to say that, I think there's a different way that they should be allowed to say that, right? Maybe as a question, right? Which, I don't know, some people might say that's abusive because it's the same idea. But in reality, if you unlock people's brains, right? Sometimes the way that you say it, sometimes that works, the way that they say it currently. Make more money, right? Like, oh, obviously, or help more people, right? Or go faster, right? Sometimes that helps, right? But in my opinion, is correct, maybe if you asked, can you go faster, right? Or is there anything that we could improve that would make it easier for us to go faster, right? So asking the people whose actual job it is that they do every day, is there something that's annoying that we could fix to make it more easy to operate or to perform our daily duties or job? I think that's correct, right? But just having a fucking meeting and saying, like, for example, I've heard of people who works on phones, and they're like, you need to answer more phone calls. Like, what the fuck do you think they're doing all day, bitch? they're on the phone fucking 12 hours a day at their fucking slave job, and then you have a meeting, and you're like, we need to answer more phone calls, make more money. This is the stupidest fucking shit I ever heard of. That needs to be illegal, dude. Because honestly, that's just stressful for the people who's actually just working and trying to help or do their job or whatever and make some money. That's too stressful and the most annoying fucking shit ever. I'm not joking. Make more money. Go. What the fuck did you think they were doing, bitch? Oh my god. Half of those jobs are fake, bro. I'm sorry. And I know that probably pisses off some people. That's the fucking truth. That's the funniest fucking shit in the world. We need to make more money. Yeah, bitch, they're at work. You figure it out. You want to pretend like you're smarter than them. Yeah. Oh, now think about that. Who's the management, right? I think you forgot who the fuck you were talking to, dumbass. Stop being a fucking loser. Damn, that's fucked up. What if that's what the meeting is? Is they're just making fun of people and telling them stop being a loser? Don't do that, bro. I told you it should be illegal to have that kind of meeting to tell them to make more money or go faster. Like, you're stupid. That's just stress. That's just stressful. I think if asking them, is there something that's like annoying or that could be improved to help the flow, the work process, I think that's the correct way to ask, right? Or could you go faster, right? Is it possible? I mean, it works the way that they do it for some people. For some people it works, but for a lot of people, I guarantee you it's just stressful. Like, that's just stupid. Okay. Alright, so we need to talk about that. I have this in my notes, right? Okay, and so here's something interesting as well. So here's another thing. Where is this? Where's my YouTube? Oh, Mori Calliope. Mori Calliope, League of Legends Mori Calliope. She's cute. Look at that face. How cute. How fun. Vestia Zeta, wow. Wow, she's also cute. Oh my god, Takanashi Kiwawa. Takanashi. Wow, how fun. Anyways, here's our YouTube, right? And so, let's go to our video. Where is this shit? Poop Crap 3. So I edited this video, just like we were saying. We had to edit this video down. I'm not sure if it's done processing the edits yet, but we had to actually shorten this video down because there's cheaters. And it was so fucking soul-wrenching or so fucking just disgusting to see other people cheat at this fucking shit and try to pretend like they're playing this game. Just fucking disgusting ass losers and morons, dude. It's like playing chess. Imagine playing chess with a fucking 5-year-old and they're like, oh, I'm doing combos, right? And with a pawn, just going like that and just knocking all the pieces over and pretending to play with them. That's what it's like to play with the cheater in video games, basically. It's like, fuck off, idiot. Yeah, magically we have way too much fucking wood. So anyways, let's see. Yeah, now the meat. Okay, so one of the things that happens here is that there's a couple of parts in the video where I know for sure some people is shitting in their pants, which we talk about it when it's happening, and where we could spend some more money, right? It's kind of like how some people has to spend their entire paycheck as soon as they get it, right? Which some people doesn't understand that idea, and some people has no problem with that idea. But I mean, in the game, right, and especially in real-time strategy games, right, like StarCraft, right, StarCraft, where usually they say, oh, best player spends all the money immediately, right, which maybe that's brainwashing, because in reality, I have a funny suspicion about history and people and technology and society and all this shit, that maybe we're actually way more technologically advanced than some people wants to admit, right? And so, anyways, right, kind of like how computers used to only be allowed for schools, right? Like the main places that you could see a computer was at a school, and it would be the entire fucking room. It would be gigantic, right? Because I think they're actually trying to trick people in the old days about what a computer actually is, right? I'm not fucking joking you. I think that might actually be the truth about society or about technology. Because again, everything is connected through God and through the Matrix, and technology or magic doesn't make sense, or it's not real, kinda, right? If you think about it, how the fuck do you want to explain that type of shit, right? It's not real, bro. This shit is not real, right? And so, again, when we have a game like this, and they try to tell people that the best player spends all of their money as soon as they get it, they might be trying to make a joke or to control your mind and the way you think about how you live real life and spend all your money in real life right now, right? And so anyways, right, like right here for example, some people might be saying, get another hero, right? Because another hero costs 400 gold, 425 gold. I know exactly how much it costs. I know I can do that right now, right? And so some people's like, you're not good at the game, you're not fast, you're not making good decision, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, you're a stupid person, and you don't know the damage chart, right? You don't know the... Actually, funny enough, we got a DPS graph or chart here on, what is this, Reddit? Where it shows the damage of every character or unit in this game with upgrades even, right? So look at this shit. Priests can heal 16 damage per second, right? So basically an orc grunt with no upgrades does 0 damage if they're evenly matched with priests, right? If there's the same number of priests in the game as there are grunts, and grunts are doing their normal damage, priests will literally out-heal a fucking grunt, the main damage or tank unit for orcs, right? And so, yeah, there's shit like this that's really important, right? Again, take this kind of shit with a grain of salt and then do your own research, which, funny enough, with video games, it is kind of difficult sometimes to do your own research, because it is very easy, especially if you're connected to the internet, or again, just like we said, right, especially with Wi-Fi now, even if you're not connected to the internet, it is still possible for people to connect to your computer without your consent. Even if you don't have it plugged in to the Wi-Fi or to the Ethernet, if your computer has the capability to go on the internet, other people can modify the data, and this is very popular with things called Honey, right? The browser extension that saves you money, right, on the internet. You know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of you people knows what Honey is, right? It's a thing you can add to your web browser, and it changes site data. I'm pretty sure that's what it does. It changes the price of everything, I think, and then it pretends like it's saving you money, right? Which, funny enough, there was an investigation done on that company because it doesn't make sense, and I'm pretty sure they got in trouble, right? Because I'm pretty sure I know what Honey actually does. I think it just changes all the numbers and then pretends that you're saving money. Just like how stupid discounts and coupons with real life works. Which, funny enough, technically you are saving money sometimes with coupons and discounts and whatever. And it is the best deal sometimes. But with video games, it is very popular. I mean, for example, the stories of the Wild Wild West and gambling, like poker, right? Or at casinos, people cheating at the casino, right? There's always famous, popular stories about that type of shit. And if you haven't heard of those stories, well, you can probably go find some, right? I mean, maybe not, don't do that type of shit yourself, but you can for sure, there's stories, right? I'm talking about stories, right? Again, I don't encourage bad behavior, right? Be nice and have fun and all that good shit, right? And love each other, whatever. And so anyways, yeah, sometimes stuff like this is very nice, right? If somebody made this for us, maybe it is correct, but maybe some of it is incorrect, right? So studying something like this is very nice, right? And then doing your own research, sometimes you could study some shit like this, and then they'll just start cheating, right? And they'll change it the next day, right? So sometimes it doesn't matter, or sometimes they purposely mess it up or ruin it on purpose. So I think it's pretty good to study stuff like this, like frame data, for example. Frame data is very easy to remember, right, in a game like Street Fighter, and that shit usually never changes unless they release, like, an official update, right? But shit like this, right, like a damage chart, right? Right, this is very easy to remember, right? Shit like this. Or, here was this one. Yeah, see, the clear picture, right? We've shown this before, right? Piercing attacks or missiles, 150%, 200%, 75%, 100%, 35%, only 50% damage. You see that? It only does 50% damage to heroes, right? So, again, some of the strategies online very suspicious, right? The way that some of these people plays these games, right, is a little funny or suspicious. Anyways, so yeah, we're talking about this game, right? And so there's some parts where right here you can see I have 400 gold, and some people might be saying, "Oh, you should make a second building to make more units," blah blah blah, right? Because some people think that's correct. Well, if you're making the wrong kind of unit, sometimes it doesn't matter. Or I could just go to my base, and then by the time your extra units show up there, it really doesn't matter. Because you have to walk across the map, right? That's part of the thing, that if you're gonna try to fight someone else, you had to be already winning or making the better decision already in the first place. Which, funny enough, there's part of this video where there's a fucking loser that they think they're playing Dota, right? Which, in Dota, it makes a lot of sense to deny a creep. Which, funny enough, in League of Legends, I'm better than you at League of Legends and so many other games. I fucking guarantee you, bitch, right? We just proved it. We showed you guys. Your fucking videos are fake. My League of Legends video is better than your League of Legends video. Unfortunate for you, dummy, right? So anyways, in Dota especially, it makes a lot of sense to deny a creep. But in a game like this, if you have 5 or 10 fucking units all trying to deny one fucking unit of experience, you're missing 70 damage. You're missing 200 fucking damage if you used all 10 of your fucking characters just to hit one of your guys to try to deny the other player a fucking 1 unit's worth of experience. Right? And they might say, "Oh, I'm raping the shit out of you. I got that EXP denial. I denied you guys that EXP. You didn't get that EXP. You didn't get it. I got it." You killed your own unit, first of all, dumb piece of shit. Right? So, again, I told you guys, people are fucking stupid. They think they're so smart, or they think they're playing Super Smash Brothers a lot of the times. These fucking idiots on these types of games. I told you guys, people that plays League of Legends, they think they're playing Super Smash Brothers. And it's very obvious, they're just stupid, or they don't know how to logically put together a fucking thought or an idea. Right? So they'll use 70 fucking damage to kill one of their own units that only has 20 health left. Right? Instead of doing full damage to the other team's army. Right? And then again, some people might say, oh, well, it could just run away. And I've gotten some of my units out of battle plenty of times. And it's not a very good idea to focus fire or use all of your units to target one unit down unless it exactly counters it on the damage chart, right? So for example, just like we were showing you guys, if you know for a fact, right, that the other player has heavy armor, you could send the Griffin Riders on them, because Griffin Riders is a full damage character, right? Griffin Rider is the best flying unit that does magic damage, and they rape the shit out of heavy armor because they do 200% damage. Not only do they already do Griffin Riders some of the best damage in the game, they do 200 fucking percent damage to heavy armor, right? So you can send all your Griffin Riders on a heavy armor character, and that is a really good idea, right? However, we have plenty of examples, right, where we get our characters out of battle in this video, right? We get them back to our base, or we get them out of battle, right? We send them across the map, and we have fun. We win. We play the game, whatever, right? And so, unfortunately, this is just there's some stupid fucking cheaters, right, on this game, right? So, but the thing is, right, some people might say, you could be spending that 400 gold to get a little bit of more gold and more experience more quickly, right? Which, again, 400 gold, that's only 2 grunts, right? That's only 2 grunts, or even worse, if you're gonna buy another building for Tier 1 units. Tier 1 units are not the best units in the game, idiot. Right? Especially if you're gonna go over supply cap and cripple yourself. Which technically going over supply cap is a blessing and a curse, right? And why I say it's a curse or you're crippling yourself is because once you go over 50 supply, then you start receiving reduced income, right? The game starts taxing your income. You go from 10 gold every delivery to 7 gold, right? And then if you go above that, it goes to 4, right? It's called upkeep in this game, right? And poop crap tree, it's called upkeep. And so if you're under 50, you get full, or if you're, I think if it's under 50, I don't know if you're exactly 50, if it goes to medium, but I'm pretty sure if you're under 50, for sure, you get 10 gold every delivery, right? Every time your units return a bag, they will give you 10 gold. But if you go above that, you get 7 gold, right? The benefit, however, is you have more units. You have more units and you do a little bit more damage. But again, the problem is if you're going to spend an entire worker to build another building, that worker costs money, right? The worker costs money, and then the units that you're getting are not that good, right? Because they're not tier 2 units, which have spells or buffs, or they can fly, right? Tier 2 units can fly, which the reason why flying is good is because they don't take space on the ground, they don't get in the way, and then melee units cannot hit flying units, obviously, right? And tier 3 has the best units, right? So that's one of the benefits of that. right? And so again, when we see that we're playing against someone who's gonna obviously spam like troll headhunters, oh well, make fucking Druid of the Claw, which funny enough, Druid of the Claw, the healing on rejuvenation literally cancels out all of the fucking damage that a troll headhunter will do, right? To a Druid of the Claw. And even funnier than that is that Druid of the Claw, once they go into bear form, they do 900 fucking or they have 900 health, and they have Roar, which Roar gives all of your units a fucking, like 25% attack boost or some shit. So all of your entire army is 25% bigger all of a sudden if you have one Druid of the Claw, right? And then again, rejuvenation cancels out the damage that one of the other units is doing, right? Which again, headhunters don't do, or piercing damage doesn't do 100% damage to heroes. That's why a unit like Huntress is so good, because it does 100% damage to heroes and 150% damage to medium armor, which unfortunately they take extra damage from piercing, Huntresses. But Druid of the Claw doesn't take extra damage, and they have healing, and they do, again, melee damage. They do more damage to heroes, right? Because again, if you look at the hero chart, or the damage chart, right? Piercing damage, only 50% damage to heroes, right? But melee damage does 100% damage to heroes. And it does 150% to medium damage, right? And then even worse, piercing damage only does 35% damage to buildings. So people, the reason why piercing damage can be good, it's not the way that they use it in the videos, unfortunately, that all you morons are seeing. Which, technically, people are decent at spending the money and moving the characters around and stuff like that. However, some of the stupid shit that they be doing is that they don't understand how space works, right? Or how area control works, right? How to evenly distribute units across a battlefield, right? This is one of the things that I learned actually in StarCraft, is that one of the popular things that happens in StarCraft is, maybe I can show you guys? Here, I'm gonna pause the video, hold on. Poop! Alright, we're back. So, we're in the StarCraft unit tester right now, and I have to figure this shit out a little bit, actually. So this is StarCraft 2, poop crap, StarCraft, poopy, like crap, poop. Crapazoid, right? StarCraft 2, Kakapoopy, Call of Duty. So, yeah, I actually had to figure out how to get buildings on here, because I think that's the best example, right? And this is a very famous situation, or example right here, right? Of someone trying to run up a ramp, right? Or to go to the other person's base, right? And they'll have some shit like this set up, right? Something like this, right? And we don't have any other units from the enemy team right now. But, so here's this team. Let's change the colors. There we go. It's a lot more obvious now. So there's the red team. And then, which funny enough, actually maybe it would be a better example if the team on the left was not so yellow, but in reality, these are more blue. Hold on. Let me change it, I guess, actually. And let me give the other player, so I guess that we can show you guys a little bit, how the unit tester works. Here, let me get the dog. So you can see on the right how much everything costs, which is pretty cool, and the amount of supply of units that they have, right? So you can see blue has 1,800 minerals and 400 gas and 32 food worth of units. They have 8 zealots and 8 stalkers, right? That's how that shit is showing you how everything is. Underneath the dog, where the dog was, this white one, the flashing one right now, underneath there, that's what that says. That's how you read that, right? And so underneath the webcam, I mean, you can see the exact same shit. It's blue side and then red side, or red team, right? And so, here, look, we'll get Terran, we'll get an SCV. There you go. So we can show you guys with the SCV how this shit works, right? So, we're gonna make Planetary Fortress, and we're gonna block off everything over here. Alright, so
In the rear with the gear.
let's get this SCV over here to build our shit for us real quick. And we're gonna block off this this ramp right here, right? So they can't run up the ramp. Because this is how it would be in a real match, right? Just like in Poop Crap 3, right? Oh, what? It doesn't instantly upgrade? Come on, bro. Okay, we gotta wait for the Planetary Fortress to come up, but this is something pretty realistic that would happen, right? And then, how many is 16 SCVs? Let's just say they have 16 SCVs over here. There's one on gas, right? And so, look, this is what I'm talking about. Why it's, and we've seen this before. Why it's not a good idea sometimes to just spam melee units, right? In Poop Crap 3, right? Warcraft 3, the game that we were just playing. Why it's not a good idea to do that? It's because shit like this happens, which actually, oops. Shit. I forgot. Dang it, I forgot to turn on the upgrades for Protoss. Give them Zealot legs, so they move a little bit faster, and they have the charge ability, do a little bit more damage. Okay, that's pretty realistic for them to have Zealot legs. Okay, let's get back
Go ahead.
to the match or the game here. And let's build this shit again. It won't take that long. Spam these guys over here. Oh, and there's actually a space open over here. So we should have built the supply depot back here. It's fine. Just pretend that that other one's not there. Which some people might say, what do you mean pretend? You're stupid. Blah, blah, blah. Relax, bitch. Okay? Jeez. Okay? And this is very realistic scenario. This mimics exactly what we're talking about unit distribution across the field, right? Kind of or space control, right? Is area of effect, right? Is that having too many of the same kind of unit or tier 1 units is not the best shit. So some morons might be saying, oh, get a second hero. Or, oh, you should build another barracks or another Ancient of War or whatever, right? Build another crypt so you can get more tier 1 units, blah blah blah. Spend the money more faster, right? You're a fucking idiot, okay, bitch? I've played that game so many times, and sometimes it's a good idea, but I'm looking at the fucking game, and I can see what the opponent is doing, and I'm making the correct decisions, and you guys are just being little fucking idiots, right? Is this thing glitched out? Do you guys see this thing? It looks like it's glitched out. Looks like the Planetary Fortress is glitched out, like it's stacked more than one Planetary Fortress on there. I think it is glitched out. It's fine. It's mirrored. You guys see that? It has like an X on top. That's weird. They're just talking some bullshit, probably. I don't care, right? I kind of care maybe a little bit. Not really. Anyways, what we're here doing is what we're doing here is, again, look, these are all tier 1 units basically, right? But that's not the point of this. This is more the point of what we're looking at right now or here is that the type of the way that the space is being used, right? So again, getting all too many of melee units is not that good, or headhunters is not that good, right? Because they start running into each other, and that's why getting shit like tier 3 units or units that can fly is important, right? is because they handle the space more efficiently. And now we have to go repair our shit. But look, see the zealots in the back? You see, they're getting stuck. Look, these guys can't even... This guy in the back over here, he can't reach. This guy can't reach. That guy can't reach. You see that? They can't reach the guys in the back. Do you see that? Look, they're getting stuck. So in reality, you have to force them to move up and then attack, right? They're controlling the space more effectively, right? And unfortunately, the Planetary Fortress is so good, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to say. The Planetary Fortress is so good, it literally owns the fucking shit out of like 20 units, or 16 units right there. You guys saw that? I'm pretty... Dude, is there more than one Planetary Fortress here? Did the game glitch out and make more than one? It really doesn't matter if there's more than one Planetary Fortress here. Because in reality, I'm pretty sure that's what would have happened anyways, right? And again, look, we'll repeat this experiment with even more zealots this time, right? And I always talk about this when I'm playing the game. And I'm like, we can't make too many melee units because we can't creep the camps effectively, or we would have to split up our army, right? And that's a huge talking point, right? Because that's also another popular strategy, which I actually used to do back in the old days when I first started playing. I was like, oh, I could make a shitload of tier 1 units and then split up my army and then have them all go across the map in 2 different areas and have way more shit out and clear the entire map and level up faster. The problem with that is, if your army is split up into 2 groups instead of 1 group, which you guys might say, you do that right now. No, I just use the hero sometimes to go check out the map. Because if you guys pay attention, the hero does like 20 damage or 40 damage, basically. I mean, yeah, they have spells, but the hero does basically the same damage as 1 or 2 footmen, or as a grunt does, actually, right? Or a couple grunts. A hero's not that much crazier, stronger in certain situations than the rest of the units in the game, right? So, I only use the hero to check out the map, and the good thing about the heroes is that they have special skills to help them excel in battles, or to help them get out of certain situations of battles, right? Some of them can teleport, some of them can go invincible, like with the Divine Shield, right? So, look, even more zealots this time. We got like 28 zealots, right? 28 zealots versus 1 fucking Planetary Fortress. Let's check this shit out, right? So, we got our SCV over here, right? And this is a very realistic simulation right here, or scenario, right? I should have built the fucking engineering bay first so we could upgrade our shit. It's fine. And then we built that shit right there. Block that off. Get this over here so we could build our SCVs. So we got a nice full filled up base here. This is a very realistic idea or situation or representation of a video game, or what we're explaining or doing, right? But yeah, I don't do that anymore. I don't split up my 2 armies of tier 1 units and then try to farm the entire map. Because what were we just talking about, right? If I have my hero looking at the rest of the map, right? What happens if I find half of their army by themselves without the hero there? The hero is gonna have a fucking field day and smoke the fucking shit out of half of your army instead of a full army. You're trying to spend a couple extra $100 doing some stupid bullshit off in the rest of the map instead of getting a full army with the correct units or better tier 2, tier 3 units and with upgrades, right? So again, in reality, this simulates or shows that exactly perfectly, right? It's like, oh, get more grunts! Get more grunts! Okay, let's see what the grunts are gonna do. We're just gonna, oh look, repair. repair the fucking planetary fortress. See, look, the zealots in the back aren't doing anything. Do you guys see that? They're just running around like idiots. These guys. You see these guys? They're not doing anything. They can't hit anything because they're melee units, right? They can't fucking hit anything, and they're all dying, right? And look, these guys in the back, they're stuck, right? So let's move them up. I mean, if they win, that's cool, or whatever, right? They might be able to win in this situation. But I mean, there's fucking more than 50 fucking units versus one planetary fortress. So in reality, if they win, it's just stupid. It really doesn't fucking matter, right? Here, let's get these guys over here to repair this shit, right? There's 50 fucking guys versus one building, right? Yeah, see, but you have to move them all up. If you send them from back over here, they don't reach. They can't hit it, right? So look, they get stuck. The ones in the back get stuck, and then you have to move them manually. And the problem is, if some of your guys is dying, and you try to make them run away, then they get stuck. So let's do that again, right? Let's do that again. And we'll try to save our units that are fucking dying, right? So let's do this over here. Expand these guys out. I used to do that before, right? And it's very obvious that I'm capable of controlling two different control groups of units and having them split farm across the map. Technically, I kind of do that right now. Except I have the full group of 1 units, and then I have the hero running around, right?
What's going on?
Because in reality, the hero's the best unit. And so now look what happens when we try to get our zealots out of the way, right? This is the same shit in fucking in Warcraft 3 or Poopcraft 3, right? So, oh look, we see their guys. Oh no, their guys are here. So we're gonna repair our base, and look, grab these guys in the front. Go to the back. Go to the back. Oh, they're getting stuck. Look. See the guys with the yellow circles? If this was Warcraft 3, we would... See, look. They're getting stuck, right? But look. Then we have to move these guys. We have to move these guys out. And lucky for us, the game let us move them out. But again, look, everything died still, right? I mean, technically you can save the units, and that is a good strategy to save them. But it doesn't fucking matter because it's not good enough because it's just zealots, right? If we had flying units here, flying units don't get stuck. They don't get stuck on anything, right? So let's see if we had tier 3 units, what the fuck would happen? They don't get stuck on nothing. They can reach, right?
Bad news?
Which unfortunately, Planetary Fortress can't hit flying units. Oh shit, we have to go back to create. Hold on. And we'll get some carriers this time, right? Okay, here we go. And so, if you get to tier 2 or tier 3, you can get some banging ass fucking flying units. Oops. We made a supply depot there instead of Oops. That's okay. Let's put some turrets here, right? Let's put some turrets there.
SCV ready.
And now we have some flying units. So we're just gonna send the flying units now, right? This is why teching up is a better idea, right? Or saving the money for better units sometimes. A bunch of shit-talking fucking losers on that shit and cheaters. It's so annoying, dude. You guys are so fucking stupid. Some of you, unfortunately. Not all of you guys. Some of you are cool, but... I mean, in reality, there's lots of fucking douchebags. Just like we were talking about. Some people break the law, and they don't really get anything for it. Right? Or you're not that cool or special. Right? You're not fucking Goku or Super Mario. You're not Nintendo. Right? So... let's check this shit out now, right? What happens when we have fucking carriers now, right? So let's tell them to go up here, right? Oh, look, carriers, they don't get stuck. They're on top because they can fly, right? Look, they're not stuck on anything, right? So we have way more better, efficient control of space here. You see, which technically, I mean, carriers is one of the best fucking unit, but that's what we're going towards in fucking Poocraft 3, and some people might say, oh, that's not realistic, because it's too powerful, and it's too good, and that's not real. You gotta get the small units and get a lot of them first. Shut up, bitch. You're fucking retarded. You don't know anything. That's your problem, okay? So anyways, yeah, there's that, right? So that's what's happening, or that's what we're doing with the game, right? And some of you morons are just so fucking annoying. You're like little babies, I swear, dude. They're just fucking stupid ass babies talking bullshit. Alright. Okay, and so we didn't explain, I think, how we're breaking the items, right? Because again, like we were saying, right, you can put your item down and you can break it instead of selling it to the shop, because sometimes running all the way to the shop, which that's a weird analogy or conversation for like real life, but in the game, it's a video game. Again, unfortunately, it's not an analogy, or it's not a fucking comparison to some shit in real life. It's literally just a strategy in the fucking video game, okay? So, I'm talking about a video game here, right? When we put the item down, you can see our hero has items here, right? They have the gloves of haste and the boots of speed. Sometimes what you can do is you can put the items, right, on the floor if you have a full inventory to pick up a different item, and then you can destroy the item on the ground in the game, because like we're saying, if for some reason the other player shows up and they want to battle you and the other item hasn't dropped yet, or if it has dropped, well then you gotta decide which item you want to keep. And so having the worst item in your inventory before you get the chance to get the other item instead of selling it ahead of time, sometimes that's a better idea or choice, because you have a little bit of an extra boost for stats, right? Because it gives you a little bit extra power or better abilities or whatever, right? So when in this game, what you can do is you right click. You can right click on the items. You see over here where the chicken is in the inventory, you can right click on it and it'll select the item. And then you can click on the screen on the ground or on a different character. If you have another hero, you can actually click on your other hero or on the box for the other hero, and it'll give it to your other hero if there's space in their inventory. Or if you have backpacks researched, characters that can carry items, like the grunts, you could give it to one of the grunts, which in my opinion is not very good, right? You can just walk there with your hero. I mean, backpack is kind of cheap. Maybe backpack is good, right? But in my opinion, you should only be researching fucking the next tech upgrade, in my opinion. I don't think backpack's that good. You can just run there with your hero, right? Maybe I should start doing that. Maybe I should try that out, getting backpack upgrade. Maybe not, though. Because if that unit dies, or if the enemy knocks out that unit, then that's not that good, right? Because then they could pick up that item before you grab it sometimes. Maybe not. Maybe just leave it on the ground on where you know the enemy isn't at. Because we do a pretty good job of finding the enemy player, right? Especially on the types of maps that we're playing on. We really don't like the maps that are too big, right? Because again, it's a 1 versus 1 map that we're playing, right? And if it was 2 versus 2, well then it's obviously balanced to have enough room for both players on both teams, right? So, yeah, maybe backpack's not that good. Maybe you guys can try it out if you want to try getting backpack and have your characters that aren't heroes carry some of the items, right? But, yeah, you right-click on the item, and then you can drop it on the ground, and then it'll turn into a treasure chest, or you could give it to another hero, if you got more than one hero, which that's a decent strategy. However, you gotta do that correctly, right? And the problem with getting a second hero, too, is that once you run out of mana, it just costs a lot more money to get more mana potions, which in reality, mana potion, maybe it's okay to get mana potions, right? And it for sure helps with EXP, especially if you want to play a longer game, right? Because if you're not at level 5 yet with your main hero, well then having a second hero is really nice, right? But if you're not at level 5, then the second hero just steals EXP, and then you're never going to get level 6 basically with your main hero to get the best skill, right? Because level 6 has the ultimate ability. And so, yeah, you can right click on the item from your inventory and then put it on the ground, and then you click the A button or the sword icon right here, and you can click on the treasure chest and it'll attack the item and destroy it instead of selling it to the shop. Or you can sell it to the shop too. That's another thing you can do with the item. Instead of putting it on the ground or to another hero, you right click on the item and then you go to one of the shops that accepts items,
We're gonna eat this guy. Hold on.
and then you can right click or left click on the shop, I think it is. Maybe it's right click, and
Yeah, one of the
you give it to the
reasons
shop.
we're actually stacking up the money too is because pillage on the fronts, it gives us money every time we hit their buildings.
Holy shit, let me mute this real quick. Yeah, and so you give the item to the shop and it will sell it and give you gold for it instead, right? So that's how you break the items. That's how that works. Yay! I thought I was gonna play some more Warcraft or Poopcraft 3 today, but maybe not. Maybe we do that tomorrow.
Or some kind of
Today's the same day that I'm doing the Super Smeeks video,
It's like a
the
car,
Super Smeeks
right?
brews. But yeah, I already made that video today, and then I did some cooking. Very busy day today. Been having all kinds of fun doing all kinds of stuff, right?
Pork. Have we gotten undead yet? Dude, they just keep getting us.
We've
What
been
the
drinking
fuck?
water,
Oh man, this. Let's see, where do we put our shit?
pooping our pants,
Right here?
right? We've been pooping our pants.
Yeah, Night Elf's a little cursed.
Did some cleaning,
Because you
right?
gotta
Vacuum.
figure out like
So
a good spot to put all
yeah,
the-
anyways, have fun with your life, right? And check out our videos. Yeah, have fun, enjoy yourself, be nice, right? All that good stuff. Hope you accomplish all your goals and whatever. And some people might say, well, yeah, that's why they gotta cheat or break your shit.
Okay.
That's not how you become successful or
I think the
you
one
accomplish your
driving
goals,
it
bitch.
further
You're trying to
back
go to jail,
More
fucking loser.
popular, But this.
That's
like,
actually what
yeah,
happens
better.
when you hit your brother and your sister sometimes, or your wife, or your husband, is that you actually go to jail, or you hit your children,
Another.
or you abuse your children. Sometimes you go to fucking jail, dumbass.
Alright,
Actually,
yes,
that's the
pork.
fucking truth.
Let's get
But in
the-
reality, most people are such fucking pussies that the
Alright, now
world's
let's
just a
keep it
mess.
real.
Congratulations. Have fun driving your car 80 miles per hour, superhero. You're so cool, right? You got fat titties. You got fat titties and you drive your car 80 miles per hour.
Yeah,
What are you?
just kinda make it-
Are you Jarvis Pastrami's?
So the orange.
You're not X Games. You're not X Games. You're not like Goku, bitch. I'm sorry. You're a fucking idiot. That's what happens when you guys cheat at video games and the world's broken, basically, right? You can't play a lot of video games without having to deal with cheaters. At least the competitive games, right? It's so fucked up. Like League of Legends, all the videos are fucking trash for League of Legends. I mean, my videos are honest, right? And some of you guys might say, you're just pretending or those videos are fake. No, dude, we did a full deep dive, masterclass analysis on every single player in a match and all of their options on if they were a robot, basically, or Jesus, if they played the game perfectly, what would have happened? We analyzed it frame by frame in every scenario or situation on what a player could have done. Which, that video is also on our channel, right? Where's this shit? We We have that video on our channel. Did I not put it on my best vids? Oh no. That's such a... Uh-oh. I gotta update my best vids playlist and put that on there. Hold on, let me find that video real quick. Okay, here it is. PhD and the Ken Masters. Right? So, it used to be called Nuclear KKKKK Bunker Drug. Which, in reality, PhD and the Ken Masters, that's a meme from Pro Gaming. And this is a Masters of Gravity Spaceflight Protocol, right? Masterclass video on professional gaming, or a full deep dive and analysis of a frame by frame of what every character's options and possibilities of what actually could be done in the game, or what could be happening, right?
Myself, which is the best.
This shit is 5 hours long. This is a 5 hour long video. You see this shit? For like one match of Battle Right, which each round goes for a minute and a half at the maximum. There's a time limit for a minute and a half on each round of Battle Right. There's up to 6 rounds, but I'm pretty sure we won 3 rounds in a row. And we do a fucking full... Oh, maybe... What is this? Did we not do the whole fucking video? How long does this go? Oh yeah, we did all 3 rounds in a row. We analyzed all 3 fucking rounds in a row, and so it's not 5 hours analyzing 3 1.5 minute rounds. It only takes us how long? How long does it take us? It took us 2.5 hours to analyze 3 1.5 minute rounds and really figure out what could have been done better, or in every situation for every character, or if it was realistic and if the video is fake or not, of me playing this match versus these 2 people. I don't know if they're bots or if they're real people or whatever. And now we have 3 of my face on here. Funny enough.
Recharge his Blade Flurry and
So
get a full Blade Flurry stack, which on the first hit, if you land the first hit on Blade Flurry, you get attack speed bonus, right? So the first hit actually does extra damage as well. It does twice as much.
I know everything about Battle Right, basically.
Instead of 6, and then he gets attack speed on top of it, which he...
And when I say basically, is because it's been such a fucking long time since I played this game. It's been, I don't know, probably more than a year now since I played Battle Right. But I used to know every move by name, which I probably still do. And then I also still remember how much damage every move does, basically, right? Like for example, Lucy, on her left click, the Toxin Bolt, she does 12 damage. Her healing potion does like 15 damage, her right click. The barrier is 60, health shield 58 with the upgrade, right? But I use the upgrade, and it does 58. She has a 58 health shield, which is fucking crazy. She has the craziest shield in the fucking game. Barrier, it's called Barrier. Clarity Potion doesn't do damage, however, it can heal yourself. Or it can remove positive effects, buffs, I think, from the enemy team. Or it can cancel their parries, right? Clarity Potion. If you remove a negative effect from yourself, I think it can heal. It's very strange, the wording on some of the mastery pages in this game, or some of the talents you can pick, because sometimes it literally just repeats what the skill says, so I'm not sure if they just ran out of shit to add to the game, or different talents, or if they forgot, or they just got lazy, or what the fuck, right? So sometimes it's confusing. And again, playing with so many different people and cheaters. One time I played with a guy where all the skills literally did the opposite of what they're supposed to do. Because Lucy's Panic Flask supposed to make them run in the opposite direction. I was playing with one dude. He's like, you don't tell me what the fuck how to play my game. When he did Panic Flask, it made the character run towards you instead of away from you, right? And I was like, what the fuck? This dude's a loser. Like, he's cheating, or he's a crazy person, right? Like, they might have thought that they were cool or some shit, but like, you're a fucking weirdo. Stop cheating at games, right? Like,
Can also recharge his blade.
but yeah, Panic Flask, again, Lucy's a real easy character, but I mean, this is such a cool fucking video. So this is from our best videos playlist. So if you go to my channel, right, you can find it in our best videos playlist. It's the first thing that shows up on our YouTube channel. You could go to my best videos here, my best vids, and all of these videos are handpicked from my shitload of fucking spam that I make, right? I mean, in my opinion, my videos are pretty decent or good, right? However, if you want to see my best shit, right, my best videos, my best vids playlist is a pretty good place to check things out, right? And so, it is right here. It's the last, or the newest addition, the most recent video that has been added to the playlist is right here. PhD and a Ken Masters, right? And here's some other videos on here that is really cool or good. And this is funny. I wonder what happened in this X-Rose Heart versus Blue-Red Hybrids. I gotta check that video out. That's hilarious. We got some Digimon, some live Digimon card game videos. Got League of Legends on here. All kinds of stuff, which, funny enough, I only made this playlist recently. I got some old videos that are also bangers. But yeah, these are some of our best videos, right? So, yeah, that's the best videos playlist. And, oh yeah, so that video is from My Vids Are Better, right? The full, unedited
That
video.
was fucking godlike. That was sick
Right
as
here.
fuck.
This is such a cool match of Battle Right.
Standing her ground.
Yeah, so for all you morons that think League of Legends is cool, or you stupid fucking kids that are racist, Battle Right is way better than League of Legends. It's 1.5 rounds, and it's 2 versus 2, Super Smash Brothers style, basically, but kind of like Super Smash Brothers mixed with, like, League of Legends, right? Or Dota, right? Battle Right is such a cool fucking game. It is so fucking cool. I'm not joking you. Like, I have so many fucking videos of League of Legends, right? And I play that game a lot, right? So it's not like I hate League of Legends or some shit, right? It is just, in my opinion, Battle Right is a way cooler fucking game. And you guys are fake or something. You're racist. You're fucking weirdos, dude. You guys are autistic and Twitch TV's a piece of shit.
Lucy staying in the danger zone using the full direction of the shield. Huge play from Lucy, able to secure the orb even inside of the ult.
Fucking crazy ultimate crippling goo combo, dude. That was a combo. He died right there. Oh, baby. Yeah! We freaking gaming.
Ultimate crippling goo in the Panic Flask, and Lucy takes down Raigon. Smash, smash, smash. Red team not out
What
of
the
this
fuck,
fight
my
yet.
face?
Ultimate tremor from Rook doing some serious damage.
Do I notice that I... Oh no. Put the
Big
game...
Panic Flask into a deadly injection.
Yeah, so... Oh, fuck.
I did
have the full
notice.
Screen still on. Yo, you can just hear. We're going fucking hamburgers, bro, bananas.
For Lucy able to secure the orb even inside of the ultimate. Ultimate crippling goo in the Panic Flask, and Lucy takes down Raigon. Smash, smash, smash. Red team not out of this fight yet. Ultimate tremor from Rook doing some shit.
So that person going smash, smash, smash! Ultimate Tremor from Rook. That's actually me. I also did the commentary on this video. So I'm watching my edited video or my commentary of the match, right? Nobody has Battle Right videos like I do. I have the best Battle Right videos on planet Earth, bitch. Fuck you.
Serious damage. Big Panic Flash into a deadly injection, doing some serious...
Yeah, so this video is called My Vids Are Better, and it is on my best vids playlist, right, on my channel. My Vids Are Better. That's what this video is called, right, which, funny enough, the fucking way... Oh, there you go. See? My Vids Are Better. That's what this shit is called, right? My Vids Are Better, right here. Right? My Vids Are Better. My Vids Are Better. Right there. That's what this video is called, right? Which, funny enough, this is actually from I'm Wheel for Real. Hold on.
Action, bitch.
I'm getting so much fucking content out of this one video. So I actually linked to this video.
Fucking right behind the fucking tank. That's not the best.
Get it out, 2 versus 1. Nice rain of arrows. Closing out the choke. Another Celestial Split trying to get a sunlight off. Close the distance, counter some damage. Big Dragon Palms hitting 2 for 1.
Yeah, because I did other shit in this video as well, right? We look at NFTs, so art. We play some NFT games, some NFT Panda on here. And then I ate some food at the beginning of the video. So this other video, right? So this is where the video is originally from. But this video is just a Battle Right video, right? It's just the Battle Right portion of it. This is just pure Battle Right. My Vids Are Better. This shit is called My Vids Are Better, right? And this is, again, from our playlist on our channel, My Best Vids, right? And so the PhD and the Ken Masters, the Masters of Gravity Spacefight Protocol, the full match analysis of just this one match where we have our teammate of a Croak, where we're versing the 2 best melee characters in the game, where we're playing against Rook and Raigon, is a full analysis of this shit, right? But
That was fucking godlike. That was sick as fuck.
Lucy doing a great job standing her ground.
this game is so
Staying
fucking
in the
cool.
danger zone using the full duration of the shield. Huge play for Lucy, able to
Fucking
secure the
crazy.
orb even inside of the ult.
Fucking crazy ultimate crippling goo combo, dude. That was a combo. He died right there. Oh, baby. Yeah. We freaking gaming.
Ultimate crippling goo and a panic flash, and Lucy takes down.
And the funny thing is, I know there's some morons that there might be some kind of secret group of people that plays this shit in real life or whatever. Good, who fucking cares? You're trying to flex being a fucking private network or having a nuclear bunker where you have some group of morons that plays this shit. You don't share. You don't show anybody anything. You're a piece of shit, right? So if you guys are trying to talk shit saying that my attitude or the way that I talk about the games or whatever, you didn't invite me to that whatever nuclear bunker that you fucking losers got. I don't give a fuck, bitch. You guys are idiots.
I had the full going fucking hamburgers.
Have you seen the real world? How about the real world?
For Lucy able to secure the orb even inside of the ultimate crippling goo and a panic.
You're not Goku. Again, Goku deals with he's a real G, right? Goku lives in the real world. Which I'm not saying I'm trying to go fight bad guys or nothing, but you're definitely not Goku, right? You're not a hero, bitch, right? You're not real. You're just hiding like a pussy in your nuclear bunker trying to flex on me. You're trying to talk some shit on me. Fuck. Shut up, bitch.
Flask and Lucy takes down Raigon. Smash, smash, smash. Red team not out of this fight yet. Ultimate Tremor from Rook doing some serious damage. Big Panic Flash into a deadly injection, doing some serious damage to Rook. Rook almost going down, living on 5 health. Croak getting a little impatient, triggers the Berserk. Rook able to use the invulnerability, gets to the other side of the map, takes a nice hearty bite of his meat, able to heal up his health. Big crushing blow. Croak's armor getting broken, forced to retreat, jumps over the wall.
I'm just chilling in the vortex, trying to give the Rook a fair match.
A big boulder top.
I don't know if it's a bot or a real person, right? But I mean, it's supposed to be a real person, but who knows? It might be a real person, and I'm fucking smoking them. I'm smoking the shit out of them. Shee! Yeah, that's pretty cool graphics. Like how it's all, what is that called? Not,
And Croak goes down.
not fractals. What is that shit? Fragmented? I forget what the visual. I forget what the visual.
Conscious ultimate tremor from Rook. Not.
I didn't want to say the word. It's kind of a cursed word, corruption, and or some people calls it that, right?
Giving up yet.
But fragmented, I think, is or jaggedy, right? The little crazy effect that it had right there.
Yeah, he barely missed me because the orb's in the way right there. So if he went a little bit to the left,
Toying with them, standing outside in the vortex, taking true
yeah, if
damage.
he went a little bit to the left,
Telling Rook he's gonna have to do a lot better than that. Lucy fully loaded
He
with
would've
the
ran into
ultimate
the orb.
crippling goo. Takes control of the area. Lucy using the opportunity to secure the orb. Gets herself a good amount of health back and 2 energy
there's
meters.
the petrify.
Big petrify bolt into a deadly injection. Doing some huge damage. Rook going for berserk. Lucy not falling for it. Rook not left with many options. And round 1 goes. Lucy able to secure the orb. Map. Left with many options. And round 1 goes. Lucy holding back. Wants to give Croak his
Dang.
Make some magic happen. Croak going invisible, uses a camouflage. Trying to sneak up on the red team. Nice barrier from Lucy.
Oh my god.
Keeping her teammates topped off. Red
Call
team
that,
targets
dude.
straight at the
Boom.
healer for the blue team. Big boulder toss. Lucy coming onto the inside of the
Cringe.
map. Doesn't want to get too far away from her teammate.
Oh, another
Big
one.
berserk going on.
that's-
Oh
Rook
my
doing
god.
some huge damage.
I told you guys, Rook and Raigon are the best characters. You guys see how much just slapping the shit out of my dude right there? Rook is the best, I'm pretty sure, character in the game, period.
Rook and
Lucy
Raigon
down
are the
to
best
almost half
hitters.
health, getting sandwiched by the red team. Big parry, ultimate tremor.
Time to
Here
end
I
this.
go. Rook
Oh.
doing some huge damage.
Oh no. Croak getting owned. Oh shit.
Croak down to 19 health, 7 health, and Croak goes down.
I 2v1 them here.
Another
Spoiler
big
alert.
boss.
Oh.
Huge panic splash! Lucy able to secure the orb, gets herself a ultimate
Raigon had to spend
goes
2
down.
cooldowns there.
Lucy taking control of the area.
He missed the seismic
Lucy trying
shot.
to pick up her teammate's health orb, gets
And then
herself
he's
some
the
health
enemy
and some
strike.
energy in
Disaster.
return. Hits the jump pad, gets the incapacitate. Ultimate ready. Ultimate crippling goo going down one more time.
Get back
Rook
in
getting
there, boy.
cut. Taking some huge
Oh,
damage
another
in
one.
the slime. Down to 93 health. Lucy doing a good job fighting it out. Even in the 2 versus 1. Lucy able to stick to the top side of the map. Picks up the health shards. Heals back up to full health. Gets another big panic splash. Forces the red team to retreat. Great positioning one more time. Huge combo into a panic flash. Get a deadly injection. Gets another orb. Ultimate crippling goo going down. Make use of the barriers here. Ultimate crippling goo doing some huge damage. Vortex closing in.
Raigon must be so freaking annoyed, dude. I panic flashed him. Literally.
They're playing Lucy's not that good of a character. They're playing the best characters in the fucking game. So, yeah, we got this fucking video. Yeah, you guys fucking idiots, bro. Again, I'm not trying to be rude or nothing, but you guys are kind of racist and shit. Like, come on, bro. Hey, we need to have some fun. Which, I mean, you guys might say you guys are having fun. Which, again, remember what I said? Some people said, because you have a game like Super Smash Brothers, shut the fuck up, play your Super Smash Brothers by yourself, or go get you a girlfriend and play Super Smash Brothers with your fucking 3-year-old baby, right? And then go get drunk, or go do your drugs and shut up, bitch. That's how some people just treats the world, right? Like, go get your fucking wife or your dog and go play Super Smash Brothers with them. Yeah, dude, Twitch TV's not real, YouTube's not real, nothing's real, bitch. Your fucking Masters of Gravity's not real, neither is Mario, right? Or Goku. Goku's not real. Enjoy, guys, have fun, for real. I'm not trying to be rude, that was the pointer finger, number one, right? Have fun, guys. Jesus, actually, right? All praise in the image of the Holy Creator, right? So, did you guys see our new picture, by the way? I love this shit, right? I made this. I drew this on iPhone. I drew this shit on iPhone. I drew this picture. Again, and some of you guys might say, no, dude, I drew all these other fucking pictures on the screen. I make these, dumbass. I know how... I realized this shit when I was a kid, right? I was like, I could make Naruto, right? That's what I was thinking. Or I could make Dragon Ball, right? I was literally Disney Channel and fucking Marvel Comics when I was a child, right? I figured that shit out. So look, I make these. I see this one on the phone, same shit. That's on the computer. Where's this other one? Yeah, see? This one? I make those, right? But yeah, here's this new one. We got this new one. I really like this. A little bit cursed because of the the kaboomer on there, right? But, I mean, this is a very fun, cute picture, right? Okay, Ronnie Squeegee, Squirrel Nichiwa. Squirrel Nichiwa. Damn, that's still one of my favorite videos. Holy shit. Full Moko Bao Bao. Oh, Full Moko Bao Bao. Damn, Kira Kira. Koseki. Alright. Enjoy, guys, right? Have fun. Yeah, we got all kinds of cool videos, right? Alright, enjoy. Your Twitch TV sucks. You're a little bitch. Oh, learn to network.